alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know. But no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Todd's picking it up. Let's go.
Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even in starstruck. Humble through opportunities given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes a living from writing raps. Put it together himself, now the picture connects. Never asking for someone's help or to get some respect. He's only focused on what he wrote. His will is beyond reach, and now it all unfolds. The skill of an artist. This is 20% skill, 80% fear, be 100% clear, cause Ryu was ill. Who would have thought he'd be the one that set the West in flames? And I heard him wreck it with the...
Man, we were going to build something very, very special. And today is the start of that. So when I talk about being all in, boys, we're going to be freaking all in. And we're going to get after it. We're going to kick people's ass. We're going to do it the right way. We're going to have success in every single thing we do. I'm just telling you, I'm so damn fired up to get to work with you guys.
Power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain.
All right, that is your new head coach at the University of Arkansas. His name is Reggie Hammond. No, it's Ryan Silverfield. Ryan Silverfield. I heard Basil say it several times today. I was like, sounds like he's struggling to say it. Then I just realized it's not the easiest name to say.
Silverfield, yeah.
Silverfield.
Yeah.
Silverfield. Anyway, there you go. So we are going to hear some more. He did join Morning Mayhem today, so we'll play a few bites from that. If you didn't catch, and if you want to hear the interview in its entirety, you can do that as well. We prefer you do it after we're done with the show today. We're going to listen to us. We have things to offer. DJ Williams has thoughts. Christian Weaver always has thoughts, and I've got a couple as well.
Brother.
So hope everybody's good, and we've got a lot to get to. Football from over the weekend, NFL, college. There's a lot of wild things happening in the world. We've got championship games this weekend. Harding advances. A-State gets bowl eligible. We've got college basketball to discuss. Arkansas's men lose to Duke. Arkansas's women lose to Harvard. It was quite the weekend, boys. And then we have all these other coaching moves that have come into to come to fruition, with Golish finding a new home, Kiffin finding a new home. We're going to join Trey Biddy at 10:30 for his last go-round talking about this Razorback football season. But now we can start looking ahead at something different. Will it be something better? We can only hope. But he's going to have his thoughts, and he is brought to you by Tiretown, Point S, and Benton. And then we've got one other guest that's coming up at 11:30. His name is Tim Fletcher. Tim's a longtime friend of mine. He covers LSU, among other things, down in Shreveport.
Cool.
And he is on 1190, the Tiger, I think it's called, down there. Anyway, he'll join us, and we'll get his thoughts on this. So, anyway, DJ, first blush, initial reaction, former Razorback, guy who knows what it looks like, know a little bit about coaches. I know you've been researching these guys. Silverfield's your guy. What do you think?
I mean, he is our guy, so there's no more ifs, ands, and buts about it. The reaction is what obviously hit me first when you look on social media of people just losing their mind. I think the reaction is not so much about Silverfield. I think it's Hunter Yurachek, and I think some people are confusing the two, maybe. I think when you look at Silverfield and what he brings, and I talked about this a few weeks ago, my only concern with him is being a offensive run-first type guy, right? And I said, you're going to try to come into this conference and beat Alabama and Georgia and all these guys at their game, which is tough to do depending on recruiting, okay? However, as I dug a little bit more into him, I would compare him to, I would say, the way that Pittman would essentially run his program. I know that makes people a little nervous in the fact that he really doesn't specialize in offensive play calling. He doesn't specialize in defensive play calling. He's a guy who's going to be the rah-rah guy, have a specific thing that he makes sure the team is solid at, hopefully when it comes to up front in the run game. But he's going to lean on the coordinators to do their part. Okay, so their offensive coordinator, can't remember his name off the top of my head, an extremely balanced guy, and he's adaptable with the talent that he has. So he's not, as I would call, the stubborn coach who keeps trying to do the same thing and not realizing you don't have the guys to make it happen. It's somebody who's a little bit more flexible on that side of the ball.
We're also assuming that he would bring that guy with him. That's not necessarily the case.
That's not the case, and I know that's I think that is. If we had to assume something today, that's where I would lean, just based off typically what happens when you get a new coaching hire. They bring their staff with them. Defensive coordinator, last year they split duties. Then that defensive coordinator then left, and then it came over from the linebackers coach, I believe, what they like to do defensively. Pretty good up front with the front four and the two linebackers, which we saw against Arkansas, where they struggle secondary big time. And so we've kind of dealt with that as well. And so based off of that, his strong suit, from what I've heard and what I believe, he's going to be a little bit more of that player's coach, set the mentality, make sure, but not so much of a friendly player coach, but not so much old school Bobby Petrino either. He's somewhere in between. And the recruiting part of things, from what I've heard as well, I haven't came across anything that I talked to some coaches who have coached with him. Personality-wise, he doesn't pop off the charisma thing when it comes to recruiting, all right? But they says he does a decent job, but not a dynamic job. But now it gets to the point, how much does that even really matter when it comes to paying players to play? And so that's my first initial thoughts on Silverfield. So I just go back to when before the season started, and I think we all collectively looked at the schedule. We're going through these games. There was one non-conference game where we all said, we got to watch out for that one. We all said, everybody said it.
We did. I don't think a lot of the fans thought those turned.
And it was Memphis, and we said that's a good, well-coached football team. We all said that back then. And then we saw him play. He wins 11 wins last year, 10 the year before. And I think when this all first started, his name, if we can go back, a lot of people said Silverfield. A lot of people did. But then now we're judging him based off these losing the last three of like, oh, this guy's awful. So it's just, I think it's just an emotional time. People not sure who to be mad at. I think we all thought we were getting one guy. Now that's a whole different ball game about how all that played out. And it just made it seem like, are we down to plan C or even plan D with this coach? And it just nationally, Arkansas just looks like a mess, and people were upset. I think they're more upset with Hunter Yurachek than Silverfield himself.
He could have hired Saban; they'd still hate Yurachek, so it wouldn't matter. And then what they would do is they would say, "Well, it's because the boosters got money behind Saban, and that's why he's here." So they won't give him credit. So that the Hunter Yurachek part of it to me is not that relevant, but I get where you're coming from. And I'll say this about Silverfield is the same thing I used to say about recruiting, but it doesn't work this way anymore because guys bounce around so much. But when we would get so excited about signing day, right? And it's like, oh, my God, and this guy's going to be, and this kid's going to be, and this kid's going to be, and he's never put the uniform on. He's never played one down of college football. And I'm like, why don't we wait? You know how I know this kid's good? I'll see you in 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
That's how it works with coaches, but we all want to get some kind of instant reaction to it. You have no idea how the fit's going to work. You have no idea how he's going to do until he does it. We don't know.
Yeah.
But we can all guess. But, yeah, if you can tell me definitively in your mind why he's a much better or much worse hire than Eric Morris or Golish or any of these other guys out there, Summerall, I'll listen to it, but I don't know that I'm convinced on any of it.
And I don't think it'll take for the first game to figure that out either. I think we'll learn within the first month will be very eye-opening to see who he brings in, what staff he assembles. If we start seeing players leaving or coming in, what do high school recruits look like? And so I think here in the next month we'll get a good idea if this guy is moving the needle or if he's struggling trying to do so.
I'll be curious to see of the guys he wants to hold on to, and there's a few of them, obviously. I mean, you start with the defensive and offensive lines with Rhodes and Kittler probably, right? I mean, you got a couple other guys you want to keep?
If I were him, Broussard, who backed up Corey Robinson all year, but he came in the Mississippi State game when Amarian Harris got hurt and then Shaq McCrory got hurt as well. He's a redshirt freshman, and he struggled kind of getting used to the pace of the game, but once he got comfortable, he looked like a pretty good dude. We got another – go ahead.
Well, I was going to say his number one recruit, the number one guy he needs to get is that backup quarterback at Memphis for short yardage situations.
Got to have him just in case, But I would say outside of Broussard, then that true freshman that came in and backed up Kittler, his name's Cash something. I can't remember his name.
Yes.
Cash
Warren?
Got to keep him. Yeah, Kobe Burnham.
Is that the right name? Why is your mic's not on? It's on in here. There you go.
Cash Courtney, I believe.
Courtney, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kobe Burnham, Arkansas guy, and then you go to, and then Amarian Harris has another year.
Yep.
Okay, and then you still got Shaq McCroy, so you got 5 guys who have had experience in playing time in the SEC, and all have shown signs that they're moving in the right direction.
Who are a couple skill guys you absolutely want to try to get?
It depends on, for me, what KJ Jackson looks like with this type of offense, and it depends on the coordinator that comes in.
Okay.
Outside of that,
there's an obvious one you either want or don't want. Do you want him or don't?
Running back?
Braylon?
Yeah.
He ain't going to be here.
Okay.
I'm very confident. And
Why do you say that?
I'm about to get in trouble, but it is what it is. I played football a very, very long time, and I have not seen anybody in concussion protocol as long as I've seen Braylon Russell in concussion protocol.
This last time?
He's missed the last 3 games. Is that right? Apparently got hurt by bumping into his fullback at practice. And if you go back and watch that Bobby Petrino press conference, they were talking about it. His reaction was like, "My hands are tied." I can't say that he's lying, but his face and his expressions were like it was very bizarre how it happened. And then we're gone 3 weeks. But then Mike Washington comes on, and then you hear about him practicing. Okay, if you're a concussion protocol, you're not practicing. What's keeping you from suiting up and playing in the game? I have an idea, but
it's not like you're gonna get another year back. So what's the point? Just not risking injury?
I would say risking injury.
Okay,
and maybe some people in his ears saying, "Hey, this season's a loss. Don't get out there and waste time trying to get injured." Now, like I said, he's a flight risk. We've talked about that with him. All right,
we put an ankle monitor on him. What do you want to do?
So I would assume. Now, all this being said, I think the guy is extremely talented, has potential to be one of the best backs in the SEC. But I would be surprised if he's not going to weigh his options in the portal coming up here pretty soon.
I have a couple of things about Silverfield that are concerning to me, not major concerns, but just a little bit of rub me the wrong way out of the gate. And we'll talk about that in a second. Thoughts on Silverfield and question of the day?
My thoughts on Silverfield, I'm not super optimistic, but I'm definitely going to give him a chance. And like DJ said, I think a lot of people's frustrations are towards other avenues. I don't think anybody wants Silverfield to fail. We all want Arkansas to win.
Well, 13 other coaches do. But
yeah. We all want – Arkansas fans all want Arkansas to win with Silverfield as head coach. I don't think anybody hates the guy or anything like that. I think we're just not convinced so far. And it is seemingly 3 straight coaching hires where we hired a guy that a lot of people weren't after, I would say. Chad Morris, Sam Pittman, Silverfield. But I would say early returns, Silverfield's probably the best of that bunch. But our question today is, what is the early grade for Arkansas's hire of Ryan Silverfield, A, B, C, or D, F?
Also, too, what were the actually legit other opportunities we had of a coach wanting to come here? I don't know.
That's the thing.
Like, was he, if we put all the other stuff aside, whether you like the hire or not, was he the best option for us? He very well could have been.
Yeah.
I think he actually wanted to be here, which is respectable.
He clearly did. That's something he definitely said this morning, and that was stood up me. The place he absolutely wanted to be. And he's also confident that he can find something here that other guys haven't.
I think we continue to have some sort of disconnect as to where Arkansas is as a program when, like I said, the last 3 hires, we hired a guy that a lot of people weren't on.
Sure. Let's hear a little more from Coach Silverfield. This is from Morning Mayhem this morning, and then we'll take a couple of calls. And if you want to join us today, we'd love to have you. We'll talk to Trey Biddy, the bottom of the hour, thanks to Tiretown, Point S, and Benton. We are at 501-661-1037. And we are available through our D3 Auto Sales text line. And live fan feedback also available through our Listen Live button. You can email us, too, thezone at 1037thebuzz.com. But not many people do that anymore. Seems old school. Anyway.
It's been a whirlwind, but it's been a lot of fun because so many people are fired up about this, right? Whether it's recruits, players that are on this current roster, people, coaches that want to come join and be a part of the staff. The fans have been tremendous. It couldn't be more exciting. It's been a whirlwind, but that's exactly what you want, right? We're not sleeping. We're putting together a fantastic recruiting class that everybody's going to be so damn excited about come Wednesday on signing day. We've met with the players, going to continue to meet with individual players as we go through the week that are on this current roster and build this thing out the right way.
Okay. Couple of calls here, and then we'll take our first break and talk to Trey Biddy. What's up, John Mark? Welcome.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. If you remember, I don't know, hell, it's probably been a month ago now, but I called y'all and asked you about Silverfield and said that's kind of who I was wanting. And that's still true. He was in my top 3 with him, Franklin, and his Tulane coach, Summerall. Those were the ones. Yeah, those are the ones I was wanting. And the reason, I'm pumped about Silverfield is he has a decent winning percentage, 68% or whatever at Memphis, which is nothing to, turn your nose down at. But if you look at it, his team, we watched him one game this year, obviously. It didn't turn out like we liked it to, but his team looked very prepared. They were ready to play football, and they looked like a football team. Yeah, even if they lost a few, they looked like a football team that was there to compete and looked good competing. And that, as we've talked with Pittman and all these other things, all that directly comes from leadership. And so of those reasons, I think he's a good leader. His kids obviously play well for him. And so, yeah, I mean, who's to say what's going to happen? But all this hate, I think it's unfounded.
Okay.
I think we definitely could have done a lot worse, and I'm excited to see what happens in the next few years.
All right. Very good. Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Brent is in Searcy. Brent, welcome to the zone.
Justin,
Brent?
let me tell you, Ryan Silverfield is a great fit for the University of Arkansas. Are you ready?
Probably not, but go ahead.
He's got 7 years NFL experience coaching offensive line. And what do kids do when they come to college? What do they want? How are you going to get me to the NFL?
Well, they want to get
That's
paid.
correct, right?
Yes, after they want to get paid, but yes.
Well, then after that, he knows that football in the SEC is a line of scrimmage game, and he embraces the transfer portal and NIL. And that is the most important things he can do. We'll have a football team that is disciplined. They will play hard. They will tackle. I can promise you that. And I just think Coach Silverfield's got an opportunity. He's got an opportunity to take us to heights that we haven't seen in a very, very long time. And if you got any qualms about it, you better. I'm going to tell everybody, get over them, because you're going to be surprised.
I hope you're right,
We'll
Brent.
win 7 or 8 games next year.
You are drunk. But thank you, Brent. I appreciate you. Schedule is, listen, one last thing here, we'll take Savage, and I hope Brent's right. I hope he wins 10 next year. But the schedule is particularly difficult, and again, you have another Notre Dame-like game laying out there, a road game at Utah, which is going to be very difficult. In addition to, a couple of manageable, North Alabama, Tulsa. And then again, you're playing a lot of the who's. You got Georgia, you got Texas. I mean, it's LSU, and they're obviously excited to make a good impression this first year with Kiffin. So, Savage, what's happening?
What's up, Justin? DJ, I think you're right. Most people are pissed off at 100-year check. I mean, you come out, you're last in the NIL, and as far as the process to get this coach, we were last. And then now you're going to be last in the press conference. It's the way this guy thinks. He's not on the winning program. DJ, everybody has to see it. The guy is bad for Arkansas, and he's got to go.
Thank you.
Yeah, I still. I'm very curious to see the reception. Like how long? I mean, you're right. I just the 6-7 thing I think is now about fizzled off, but it's just for some reason I feel like things are starting to pile up, and then you have Mark May come here to Little Rock and say what he said about leadership of the program, and that was just another thing, a little iron in the fire. Then Baz has been very vocal about some things here or there, so I don't know. I mean, do I feel like he misses the mark sometimes about having a pulse on what really matters to Razorback fans? Absolutely. And I think it's catching up to him.
The way he handled this announcement, too, where he had the Vatican, red smoke coming out of the state. Yeah, it's just
doing too much.
Agreed.
Doing way too much.
Yeah.
And what's up with our plane? You see the plane Kiffin landed in? Nice.
Are we flying in a Cessna?
It ain't doing it, man.
Dane.
You got a crop duster picking people up?
Come on.
I mean, you know how they drop those steps down so you have to step out of plane?
Yeah.
I don't think they needed
They did the
steps.
inflatable.
He could have. It would have been a long step down, but he could have made it without
Well, you know what? If he wins a lot, they'll maybe buy him a 737.
Is that what we need?
I don't know.
All right.
What's up, Dane?
How's it going, fellas?
I don't
I
know.
just want to call and put my 2 cents in on this whole NIL ordeal. Arkansas, if I ain't wrong, if Google Gemini ain't wrong, we're graduating about 6,000 to 8,000 students a year. I think A&M has close to 20,000 students a year. So I think if the NFL NIL program ever wants to get right at Arkansas, we got to start pushing out more graduates. We got to start getting the Joe's donating $100 here and there throughout the state, and until we fix like the small donations, I could be wrong. Is it a tax write-off to donate to an NIL program?
I'm not sure what the tax implications are, but I would also say to your comparison on A&M, the school's twice as big. So, I mean, you're going to get a lot more graduates. I mean, you're not going to make Arkansas.
Absolutely.
I mean, Arkansas was about 18,000 kids when I got here. Now it's 30 almost.
Well, I just don't think Tyson and Walton, they're not going to throw money in a garbage can unless there's some kind of kickback for them. And it just seems like too many people in the state want to rely on these billionaires to fund our program, and it's like they're not going to throw money away. They're not billionaires. They're a billionaire for a reason.
I have no insight into Texas A&M's finances, but I would imagine that most of their money probably comes from like oil people and stuff like that, and not graduates of Texas A&M.
Well, we got oil here in Arkansas.
That is true. Get those people to spend.
But anyway,
I don't know those billionaires that have oil in Arkansas. But yeah, no, fair
I
point.
wish nothing good but the head coach coming in. We can't really have a negative opinion on him until he proves otherwise. So
I would say the internet would disagree with you, Dane. You absolutely can. You shouldn't. You're right. You shouldn't.
It's what Charles Barkley said. The internet's ignorant.
The internet is ignorant. I agree with that.
And undefeated.
We just got to wait and see, get behind this guy and support him, and, it is what it is. But I think we're not in a bad spot.
Yeah, Dane, I appreciate that. Thank you for the call, man.
Nowhere here but up.
Yep, I agree.
Nowhere. I can't go nowhere but up from here.
Ain't nobody gonna argue with that one. I appreciate it, Dane. Thank you. I will say this to echo what Christian said earlier too. This is the best I've felt about a new coaching hire out of the last three.
That's fair.
The bar was not super high.
And again, no disrespect to Coach Pittman, and I also think he served his purpose. He got it back to respectability. I was never excited about Chad Morris.
I'm about to say, why didn't you say no disrespect to Chad Morris?
Because I will disrespect him as much as I can. He's a clown, and he's a joke. And he should have never been hired in the first place. Anyway. In fact, if Hunter Yurchek was intimately involved in that hiring, I would be calling for his head today, too.
It was Julie Comer-Peoples, who was on the plane with Lane Kiffin to go pick him up at LSU.
What'd that plane look like?
It's a nice plane. Real nice plane.
All right, we're going to hit a break. When we return, we'll talk to Trey Biddy. Hopefully he has gotten in some therapy over the last 24 hours. He was in a place now. He was in a place the other day when he was doing his last walk and talk. I cannot encourage you enough to go watch it. It's so entertaining. And I feel for him because I'm like, he does a great job of embodying, I think, what the fan base is feeling without being performative for no reason.
He's real.
It's just completely from his guts.
Yeah.
And it's not a joke. It's not trying to put on a show. It's just like a guy who covers the sport closely and who cares about the program. All right, we've got some other things we'll get to, too. But as we hit the break, I want to tell you, if you're thinking about lunch and you haven't eaten maybe since Friday because you were so stuffed, and it's like, I need some food, and I need something that's not turkey or ham. Well, Cash is a great spot to go. I mean, heck, they got pizza over there if you want it. Go by and see my friends in the River Market if you're also thinking about a special event space. Cash is a great one for that. 501-850-0265. It's CashLittleRock.com, and it's a great place to be all the time, certainly for lunch or dinner. Take your special someone, fly solo, get a bunch of friends together. Any old reason is a great time to go or a great reason to go to Cash. And if you have something coming up in the spring you need an event space for up to 150 people, Cash has got you covered on that as well. 501-850-0265. It's Cash in downtown. Don't forget free valet parking in the evening. Plenty of parking during the day if you want to head down for lunch. 10:30, we're back with Trey Biddy after this.
Yeah. Swear to God I'm down. If you down, all you gotta say is right.
Tune in every Monday night at 7 for the Coach Calipari Show. Coach will break down each game and talk strategy. And it's all brought to you by Chris Crane Dodge Jeep Ram and the Big Lot in Benton.
This is Sports Center.
Only two Arkansas Division I teams were in action over the weekend. It was the Arkansas Razorbacks, who fell to 2-10 overall and 0-8 in the SEC after a 31-17 loss against the Missouri Tigers. The Hogs hung tough, but Missouri overall rushed for 322 yards on the day, while Arkansas racked up 16 penalties for 121 yards. There was some good news, though. Arkansas State will be going bowling in 2025. In a battle of 5 win teams, games, the Red Wolves outlast App State in Boone, North Carolina by a score of 30-29. Jalen Raynor racked up 363 yards passing. He also threw for 3 scores as well, and App State missed a field goal at the horn. So the Red Wolves finished regular season at 6-6 overall and 5-3 in Sun Belt play. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Fellas, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start treatment, you'll wish you'd done it sooner. All the guys I know, they go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. The testosterone is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com. Again, that's fixmylowt.com.
2026 is about to become the year that you discovered you like the way you look. What makes me say that is this. The Little Rock Athletic Club or the Little Rock Racket Club will let you join for 50% off the joining fee. This offer is good through December 31st. With all the variety they offer, workouts become fun. Your Little Rock Athletic Club or Racket Club invites you to join now. And in 26, people will witness the fitness, and one of those people will be you.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Hi, this is Ted with Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. We are proud to offer window and door replacement installation. Our upfront, honest pricing and easy financing make it easy for you to increase the value of your home and reduce your energy cost in one step. Accountable Roofing and Remodeling windows and doors carry a lifetime guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Call us today, 501-621-0500, or visit us on the web at accountablerr.com.
Ray Tucker with good news for enthusiasts of Triumph motorcycles. Honda of North Little Rock now carries the legendary classics and cutting-edge rides. We have the Bonneville Bobber, Daytona 600, the TF450X, the Stunning Ever Special Edition, and the Rocket 3 Evel Knievel. You get the idea. Come see us at Honda of North Little Rock, your family fun headquarters.
The Zone and the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio is back. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, let's see what Justin Acri and DJ Williams have to say on the Buzz Radio Network.
All right, welcome back in. Before we get up and running, I want to tell you about my friends at LeVar Law. You find yourself in a situation you need a personal injury attorney. That's exactly where you need to head. Alan LeVar and his crew, over 20 years of experience and $58 million in settlements to their clients. So here we go. Car accident. Doesn't matter if it's truck accident, bicycle, motorcycle, unicycle, any type of accident on the road where you need somebody to hold the other driver accountable.
Time out.
They got you covered.
If you get hurt on a unicycle, that's on you.
Yeah.
It's on you.
Don't they still got that circus going on over there in Argenta right now?
No, they're done.
Okay. Well, maybe all the unicycles are gone and you're safe. But if that is the case, I'll tell you exactly where you need to go. LeVar Law will take care of you. They got multiple locations all across the state. And most importantly, they got people that you can trust. That's going to be big moving forward. If you call somebody and you need them to point you in the right direction and take care of you, you have to trust them. That's where we come in. We do our due diligence. We shake hands and have conversations face to face. And Alan LeVar, he's somebody that you can trust. So please reach out to him right now. You can head to their website, levarlaw.com.
So Silverfield is an offensive guy, generally, right?
Yeah. Run first.
So much for this rumor about how they're going to hire a defensive guy. What a bunch of smoke screens and garbage. I mean, and again, here's the thing. People will say, it's a joke, it's a clown show, they don't know what they're doing up there. By the way, Trey Biddy had a bump till 10:45, so we'll take a couple calls here if you want to get in. I would also say, again, not to defend the administration because there are plenty of things to poke at, but I would say we don't know where that came from, right? I don't know where that came from. I didn't hear that from Hunter Yurchek's mouth. Now, maybe he told somebody else that, and it's legitimate. That's fine. I don't know who they were targeting primarily. Maybe Golish wasn't their first choice. I don't know. I'm sure they're going to get asked all these things at the press conference on Thursday. The good news is he's got a few extra days to get his answers together. I don't know why we're waiting, but here we are. I got a couple of things I wanted to mention about Coach, but I'll take these callers that are on now. Shelly is on line one. Shelly, welcome.
Hello, guys. I was just wanting your opinion. I did hear the Trey Shapp interview this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Do you all think that the league could have had anything to do with his decision of not coming?
I guess I can't give Trey enough credit to think that. With all due respect to Trey, I don't think a coach is going to make a decision for himself and his family and his career based on somebody talking from a news station or a sports station in Arkansas. I don't think it impacted his decision. I think his agent told him to pump the brakes because there's a lot of things that are still in play. And listen, all due respect to Arkansas, and Shelley, you can disagree with me if you want to. I'll be happy to hear it. But if you don't think Auburn's a better program in general, then we'll have to disagree.
True. That's true. But I guess I was thinking of the honesty, or if it was supposed to be behind closed doors and just, that's my thinking, I guess.
Yeah, I don't think it impacted his decision because, at this point, Ole Miss probably is too. Now, Ole Miss obviously settled on a guy that's already on staff.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe but if Golish were still available, would they have considered him? I don't know. Maybe.
True.
So I don't think Trey's reporting had any impact on the outcome of the coaching search personally.
Well, and one thing I want to ask Christian, did he agree with any of the officiating that was done in the last couple of minutes of the Washington game last night?
It was pretty awful, but as a person that wants Washington to lose at this point because there's no point in winning, I'm fine with it.
Why, you want a draft pick?
Okay.
Draft pick.
You want he's thinking for the future now.
That's the only reason. There's no point in winning. We suck.
Shelley, thank you.
Thank y'all. Bye.
And was I happy that the Saints lost again yesterday? Yes, I was. They were very much in it. And I hope that our friend Alyssa Orange, who's a big Miami fan, was real happy about the way things went yesterday.
Yeah.
So good for them. BB, what's up?
Good morning, man.
Hi there.
Good to see you or talk to you.
Yeah, good to hear from you. What's up?
Number one, and number 100 billion, the U of A has no money. It's proven. If we had any money, he would be going after, or they would be going after a home run hire. Silverfield is not a home run for hire. I don't care what anybody says, nor is Golish, nor are any of the rest of the candidates that I've heard talked about. So we've got a serious problem, and it's continuing, and it's not stopping. We have got no money at Fayetteville. We don't have the boosters that are willing to give the money. You've got, obviously Walmart, Tyson, Hunt, Jones, and the other Jones and Stevens and all this kind of stuff. We got more billionaires than you can count. So we've got a serious problem about selling the University of Arkansas football program to those guys. And then now we have settled on a guy that, he may be fine, all that kind of stuff, but we've settled. We have no home run hire and €100 check. I don't know what to think about him, but I'm going to tell you something. The pressure that's going to be applied to €100 check by the fan base and everything else over the next month, it doesn't matter what this guy Silverfield is or anything. He's going to have a serious problem, and they're going to be coming at this guy from all angles.
Yep.
So when you have Basil saying on his blog yesterday, Steve Sullivan saying, we have got a real problem, and over and over and over, he said, listen, Sully. I'm going to tell you, this guy's got a serious problem, and he may very well get ejected very soon.
Who'd you want?
Have a great day.
Who did you
that's
want?
My question.
BB?
Who's the home run hire?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Who is the home run hire? I don't think there is one.
Yeah, of the guys that were mentioned, I don't think anybody's going to say that's an absolute.
Franklin would have been the one, right?
Yeah. It would have been
the biggest name.
Kiffin or Franklin would have been the ones that would have been like,
those are the names.
People have been over the moon. You're not getting Kiffin, obviously. So I didn't even know Kiffin was going to be in play. I still don't get that part. That's a whole nother.
He wasn't in play for Arkansas.
That's a whole nother argument, which we'll get into later. Let's talk to Trey Biddy on the other side of the break. It's 10:40. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with Trey on the other side.
Yeah, before that timeout, once again, if you want to brighten up somebody's day, holidays are here. They're not around the corner. They're here right now. And a good holiday gift, if you're looking to give somebody something, head on over to standingfirmfarms.com and send them some high-quality Angus beef. I'm talking bone-in ribeyes. You got sirloins. You got chuck roast. You got it all. None of that junk in it. No injections. All grass-fed. No hormones. Anything like that. Some good, high-quality Angus beef. So once you head to that website, you're going to click on that inventory tab. When you get that, I want you to take a look at this farmhand box. Okay, they got an assortment of meats. Everything from 12 individually quarter-pound slice burger patties for that ground beef, or you can package them up in 3 separate packages of a pound each. You got a chuck roast. You get 2.5 pound racks of ribs, and much, much more. Okay, so if you're interested in sending somebody a holiday gift that they can throw in the freezer and de-thaw and cook whenever they want, I'm telling you, that farmhand box is a great, great idea. And once again, anything within 90 miles of Greenbrier, that's where they're from. It will be a $20 delivery fee for anything under $400. Anything over $400, if you want to send a little bit more, they'll deliver it for free. And I say send it for somebody. You can also treat yourself. They even serve all the way up to a whole side of beef. They're trying to take care of you. Even better people behind it with the Gilmore family. Go shop local and support local. Visit my friends at standingfirmfarms.com.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
It's fall, y'all. Get your vehicles ready for all the seasons ahead. Yes, all of them. Football, the holidays, and our Arkansas weather. Point S Arkansas can take care of your tires, brakes, shocks, or just a general service for the brands you know: Falcon, Toyo, Kumo, Blackhawk, and more. Visit one of their locations today: Tiretown Point S in Benton, Bartlett Tire Point S in Heber Springs, Fleet Tire Point S in Russellville and Pottsville. Online at pointstire.com.
Hi folks, it's Chris Zender here at Frank Fletcher Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sherwood. When you're in the market for a new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram, we hope you give us a chance to earn your business. Here's some things to consider. Fletcher Dodge has been family-owned dealer here in Sherwood for over 25 years. We know how to take care of our customers to keep them coming back. Every Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram dealer pays the same price for their vehicles. It's the dealer that makes the difference. We'll give you the best deal up front. No haggling, no arguing. We make it easy to buy a new vehicle, and we'll pay you more for your trade-in. Compare our deal to anybody's and you'll buy from us. Come see us today for the deal of a lifetime on new Dodge Chrysler Jeep or Ram. At Frank Fletcher Dodge, you always get the best price, the lowest finance rate, and more for your trade. And we promise you a hassle-free buying experience. We want to be your dealer for life. Shop Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood before you buy anywhere else. Just tell us what you're looking for and we'll make you a deal. Come see us in person at Fletcher Dodge on Warden Road in Sherwood, or shop online at FletcherDeals.com.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Wes Moore. Coming up Monday on Out of Bounds, we have a huge weekend recap brought to you by Fleet Management Services. Certainly by Monday, Arkansas will have a head coach, right? Also, we got Arkansas, Missouri to discuss, Arkansas Duke in basketball, NFL, high school football playoffs, getting down to the state championship games, and Clint Sterner joins us thanks to Chris Crane, Dodge Jeep Ram. Huge Monday coming up. Join us for Out of Bounds.
You're in the zone in the Oaklawn Hot Springs studio with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. He's had his finger on the pulse of Arkansas sports more than anyone else. You've heard him on Drive Time Sports for years. Now, he's bringing his talents to the zone also. He's Trey Biddy of hogsports.com. He's brought to you by Tiretown, Point S in Benton, carrying all the top tire brands. There's no stress with Point S. Check them out at pointstire.com.
Welcome back. Trey, are you doing okay?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing?
Buddy, I said to everybody on the morning show, and I said it to our listeners moments ago, your walk and talk, the final one of the season, is can't miss. And it is it's entertaining, And it was a little cathartic, too, I think, for fans who watch it because, as I said earlier, there's nothing performative about the way you do things. You're just giving your opinions. It's not for show. It's not for effect. It's from a guy who cares deeply about the program and covers the program for a living. And I think you really do sum up, I think, how a lot of fans feel. I think some of your exasperations were particularly well placed. I just think your reaction after that final game was very, very good, and that is it's a nice segment, I got to say.
Thanks. I actually, when I got done, I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of lost control of my emotions there for a little bit. Hope that didn't come off poorly. But I always do think that they kind of come off bad, and then people like them, But yeah, I kind of talked myself into that. I was frustrated when I was in the post game, and I kind of pulled myself together, and because Bobby Petrino was his last press conference, and wanted to shake his hand and everything. And then when I got out there on the field, and I was just kind of, I eventually just kind of talked myself. The more I talked about it, the more I heard myself say it, the more frustrated I got. And that was the walk and talk that day. But moving on to Ryan Silverfield. I'm sure that's probably all you guys have talked about today.
Who? What? Yeah. First blush, and again, it wasn't shocking, I don't think, to anybody that it worked out this way. Although Golish certainly was a guy we expected to be the guy.
Yes.
But what's your initial reaction to this? And as you've had some time to marinate over the last 12 hours or so, what are you thinking?
Well, I mean, I was watching South Florida game last night, the night before it was announced, thinking that it was going to be Golish also, just based on everything I had heard as well, following up on Trey Schapp's report, So I think with a lot of people thinking, sorry, is there anything we can do about that echo?
Mm-hmm. How's that?
Test. It's still there. I'll just pull my earphones out just a little bit.
How's that?
Maybe that'll help.
Is that any better?
Yeah, that's good. Okay, we're good. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate that. I'm sorry. What did you ask me exactly there?
Just an initial reaction, I guess.
Yeah. So I think like a lot of people, just surprised based on what we were hearing, and I think as things kind of unfolded with, next hearing that Golish to Auburn and Sumrall to Florida. I think with Florida losing out on Lane Kiffin's sweepstakes and turning their attention to Sumrall, and then Auburn losing out on Sumrall, who they'd been involved with the entire time, and then quickly turning their attention to Golish, and then Arkansas turning from Golish to Silverfield. I think it feels like for Arkansas fans, like you had this exhaustive, long 3-month search, and you ended up with the guy that the odds makers told you was the favorite to win the job. It wasn't anything like special or a big splash or anything like that, and also the sense that you're fourth in the pecking order, which you are. And I think that riled Arkansas fans. I think a lot of the angst was pointed towards Hunter Yurachek over it. Now, you look at Silverfield on paper, it's not really any different than the other guys that Arkansas was considering when you talk about the G5 coaches. In fact, he has a 3-0 record against Golish and a 2-0 record against Morris. Now, those guys took over struggling programs, and Silverfield did not. But you can look at basically every metric, and they're all very comparable. And here's another thing to consider. 14 of the coaches in this conference, this 16-team conference, got the job that they got because the guy in front of them was fired. And most of them are fired pretty quick. And the odds are that out of all this wave of new coaches in this conference, that most of them are going to be fired after about 4 years. Most of them are. So it'll be interesting to look down the road at how things play out. I think one of the more interesting things, and something that Silverfield has kind of doubled down on and Yurachek has doubled down on, is financial support. And that has been a big talking point these last 3 months about, starting with Hunter Yurachek's appearance at the Little Rock Touchdown Club, which did not go over well at all, obviously, to now about the efforts to inject money into the football program. And that's just something that wasn't happening with Sam Pittman. People did not want to give money. And that's one reason Sam had to go. So I think that that is as big as anything, is having financial support to where you're not 14th in the SEC in spending, and you're in that that upper half, and that has been the goal this whole offseason, in addition to finding this coach, which, I mean, at least 24, at least 24 coaches were interviewed for this, and there was a committee and everything. But I think the reaction from Hog fans is feeling like this is such a critical moment, and they wanted a splash. They wanted to feel like there was a win today, and that is important, when you talk about support and groundswell and all that stuff. But just as important is kind of the things that I've said. How do we feel about him in 365 days? How do we feel about him in 730 days?
That's what I said, too. And that's the way we used to talk about recruiting. I did, at least. People would be like, oh, we got this guy, we got that guy. And I'm like, well, how's he going to do it at the collegiate level? We don't know. We haven't seen him take a snap yet. And with coaches, it's not fair to judge them on, the press conference day. It's only fair to judge them after a couple of seasons, probably. So I'm with you. Anything in your mind that sets him apart from the other guys that were in the mix?
Well, he has coached in the NFL. So he was an assistant position coach in the NFL for 7 years. So that's one thing I would say that separates him. He's been a coach longer. What does he have, 6 years, 6 years and plus one game, I guess, the bowl game as a head coach. So he's been, Golesh is just his third year, Summerall's fourth year. So he has been a coach longer. He does have more of a familiarity, I would assume, with the Arkansas high schools. That has been something that's been talked about a lot, and something really that was kind of stated right out of the gate yesterday with him. Even a message, to the high school coaches. So that would be something, I guess. From what I have talked to people, and he was courted by other jobs like Oklahoma State and UCLA. I think UCLA really wanted him. So it's not like nobody wanted this guy. That's not the case at all. But from what I've gathered from people is that he was intrigued with Arkansas because of potential, and also felt like he was a really good fit personally for Arkansas.
Okay. Do you know how many – I was just about to pull it up, but off the top of your head, does he have a lot of kids on his Memphis roster that are Arkansas natives?
I have not even gotten there yet. Yeah, that's an interesting thing to look at. I'll probably look at that when we get done, Justin.
Yeah.
But that's an interesting point, and that's something we have to dissect too. Like one of the advantages of hiring a sitting head coach versus hiring a coordinator, which I'm not sure where Womack got lost in all this. I was told that he would be the next guy after Golesh, but it's possible things, get lost in communication, and I was told wrong on that. I do know that maybe a week and a half ago, I was told Juracek was down to 3, so maybe it was those 3 that he was down to at that time. But one of the benefits of hiring a coach versus a coordinator is, you can bring players. It's not like Alabama starters are going to come, to Arkansas with Womack. Yeah, we'll definitely have to take a deeper dive. I'll say this. I mean, I'd take that whole Memphis defense over what Arkansas had.
Well, the way they rally to the football, and that's the thing, and Baz talked about it this morning about how he felt like after watching them in person, they're world coached. By the way, sidebar, I just did a quick perusal. One time down and one time back up. There's exactly one Arkansan on his roster at Memphis.
One, okay.
And he's from Little Rock, so.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, hey, another thing that I was just thinking about things that would separate him from the others, like you had asked. Like, I mentioned he's 3-0 against Golesh, 2-0 against Morris, which again they took over more struggling programs. But he's also beaten, I believe, 5 FBS teams. He beat, Arkansas,
5 Power
West
4
Virginia,
teams, you're saying?
Excuse me, yeah, Power 4 teams.
Yeah.
Arkansas, West Virginia, Mississippi State, Florida State. Maybe it's just 4.
He beat Iowa State, too. I don't want to talk about
Iowa State,
it.
there you go. Yeah, so, I mean, and I think he's beaten 2 top 25 teams also, which I think is better than the other candidates we were talking about as well. So, but I mean, I can sit here and do the same thing with Alex Golesh, why he would be better than Ryan Silverfield, and I can do it certainly with John Summerall, who Summerall to me was the top guy on my list.
Yeah, I was going to ask you who won this whole thing.
I think Summerall.
And why is it LSU?
A rising star? Yeah, well, man.
Give me your thoughts on that. Yeah, that is.
I don't even, man. Well, first of all, I think it's absolutely ridiculous that Lane Kiffin thought that he should, be able to coach this team. Like, you're going to go let the head coach of your bitter rival. You ask any Ole Miss fan what is their bitter rival, and they'll tell you LSU. A lot of people think it's Mississippi State, who they view as more of a nuisance. And you're going to let him coach your team? Like, how does that look from that fan base?
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that whatever lens Lane Kiffin looks through is different than anybody I've ever met. He did similar stuff. Obviously, he was there for 6 years at Ole Miss, but he did it to Tennessee, bolted after a season there.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I asked somebody, I was like, what does Lane Kiffin see when he looks in the mirror? And they go, he sees himself.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I guess.
I love the quote from one of the agents, and I think it was Brett McMurphy had tweeted this. He said that only Lane Kiffin would set fire to a bridge that he was trying to stand on.
Yeah.
It is a weird deal. To me, it's disgusting only for one reason. Again, you want to chase money. I get it. You want to go from $9 million to $12 million, fine. I would like to know if Ole Miss even bothered to try to counter. But the whole thing of quitting when you're in the middle of, or taking another job in the middle of a playoff race, when you're in the mix and you're, again, one of the 12, is so mind-boggling. Yeah. I mean, we just moved the portal to avoid this kind of thing for players, and now we're doing it with coaches, or we're going to have to change something, I guess, for coaches. It's so mind-boggling. Why are we even in the sport for if we're not going to try to compete to the end?
People can say whatever they want. It's an incredibly selfish move on his part. He quit on all of those players that he's been leading all season long. And if I'm those players, I don't know how you look at it really any other way. But there was a time, guys, when you had to go to LSU if you want to win a national championship.
Yep.
You had to go to, we can name off the schools where you can win a national championship. We can name them off. The times have changed, though, I think. I mean, with NIL and, momentum like he's created. I mean, we look at some of the schools around the country. I think the landscape for college football has changed and opened the doors up for more teams. So I don't think it's an imperative to go to LSU. Although I think personally, Baton Rouge is not the best place to live in the world, it's probably, you'd be hard pressed to find a better job because it's basically Arkansas on steroids. I mean, you're the lone Power 5 school, Power 4 school in that state.
Yep.
And they produce more NFL talent per capita than any other state in the country.
Yeah, it is Arkansas situation, but on steroids for sure. We got to run, Trey. Thanks for the insight. I appreciate you, man. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, very good. That's Trey Biddy, and we will be back in just a second. Stick around. You are in the zone. We got a lot coming up.
Bank presents Dan Hampton each week on Morning Mayhem. Centennial Bank. Strength is no accident. You work hard for your money. Keep it secure at Centennial Bank. Member FDIC.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you. With state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you. At the Orthopedic and Spine, motion lives and service leads.
Justin Moore from Morning Mayhem here. From our family to yours, we hope that you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation is gearing up for the potential wintry mix. RDOT says this is a tricky first system of the season, with freezing rain arriving during the morning rush instead of snow that melts in the sun. But crews are already coming in, checking equipment and loading salt at the 12 districts across the state. RDOT says more than 600 trucks statewide are ready to hit the road, with crews applying rock salt again this morning. They are asking drivers to take it slow and keep an eye on the iDrive map for updated road conditions. And the Powerball jackpot is now at one of the biggest jackpots of the year at $740 million. One player in Florida did walk away with $1 million after matching the 5 white balls, but no red Powerball. Remember, you can't win if you don't play. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Winter weather is expected Monday with freezing rain and sleet as well as cold rain possible. Multiple rounds through the day that could make travel treacherous, especially on bridges and overpasses. Use caution on the roadways. Ice accumulations up to 1/10 of an inch are possible. System will clear out by Tuesday. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Are you hungry? Something new, $25, all you can eat, sushi rolls, soup, salad, Benihana rice. Come at Benihana's Monday through Thursday.
If you are looking for a safe and loving home for you or your loved one, visit Heartland Rehabilitation and Care Center. Just 15 minutes from Little Rock and Benton, our skilled nursing staff is dedicated to providing quality long-term care and short-term therapy. Visit heartlandrehabcenter.com. You can call Heartland home.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
I'm Alan LeVar. For 25 years, my team and I have helped injury victims across Arkansas. This is our home. We don't work for insurance companies, we work for you. Car crash, truck wreck, motorcycle collision. We know how to win, and if you can't come to us, we'll come to you. Your consultation is always free and confidential. Hurt in the car? Call LeVar. Arkansas strong for 25 years and ready when you need us. LeVar Law. Arkansas built, Arkansas trusted.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. When a deep injury is done to us, we never recover until we forgive. When Charlie Kirk's widow, Erica Kirk, forgave her husband's killer, it has continued to impact many, many other lives. Actor Tim Allen said her example inspired him to let go of the resentment he felt toward the drunk driver who killed his father decades ago. Allen said, "I will say these words now. I forgive the man who killed my father." May God help us all to be forgiving. All of us at Double B's are for living life to the fullest. That includes letting go of the pain and hurts of the past. Don't imprison yourself with resentment and hatred. From your friends at Double B's, let each of us enjoy this day that the Lord has made.
Hi, I'm Nathan Schulman with Schulman Theaters, and I'm excited to invite you to the grand opening of our newest location, Film Alley Breckenridge. Now open, and we've built something special for you and your family. A place where you can watch the latest movies, bowl with friends, let the kids loose in the arcade, and enjoy great food and cocktails, all under one roof. It's more than just a theater, it's a place to make memories. Find out more by visiting us at breckenridge.filmalley.net. From our family to yours, welcome to Film Alley Breckenridge.
All right, folks, it's that time of year. It's cold outside, which means it's time for court sports. We're talking tennis, pickleball, basketball, all those sports that you can play indoors. Don't let nagging pain affect your ability to enjoy your sports time. QC Kinetics is here to help. QC Kinetics here in Little Rock is going to help you build your body's comeback story, powered by the very cells that built you in the first place. No surgery, no pain pills, no long recovery. Just your body remembering how to feel alive again. With QC Kinetics, healing is within reach. And guess what? Those sports I was mentioning earlier are a bit more fun when you're performing well and you're winning. QC Kinetics will help you get back to those winning ways. Schedule your free consultation today. It's a great time to do it, to use your HSA and FSA for treatments. Call 501-214-5880. That's 501-214-5880. Call QC Kinetics to schedule your free consultation today.
This is Pat Bradley, and I used to get excited about shooting 200 jumpers a day. Now I'm excited about 200 items at the Wood Grill Buffet in Benton. They got lots of fresh veggies, huge salad bar, 30 different meats, and dozens of hot side dishes. Also, the biggest dessert bar that even has a chocolate fountain. With the holidays here, you can pig out. Plus, you can reserve one of their private rooms for holiday parties or order through their catering for holiday meals at your home. They're open Thursday through Sunday for lunch and dinner. The Wood Grill Buffet at the Congo exit in Benton. Comfort food at its finest.
Tap Time with Bryce Nall and Scott Parton, presented by New Province Brewing, returns this Thursday at 7. Tap Time is Little Rock's premier radio show for beer lovers by beer lovers. Tap Time Thursday from 7 till 8 on 103.7 The Buzz, live from the Edwards Food Giant Studios.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. He doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. He feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know him, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure he's
Well, first and foremost, the resources are here. The backing of the Board of Trustees, this athletic department, the tremendous donors, some that I've already had the opportunity to talk with, and the others that I will hope to meet in the coming days that are going to be so supportive and are so excited about this opportunity for me and what we're going to be able to build here and do at Arkansas. It's tremendous. So I have no doubts in my mind that we'll be able to compete at the highest level in absolutely everything. So, and guess what? If I need more money, I'll be knocking on y'all's doors. I'm going to be walking around Little Rock, whatever it takes. I promise you guys that. So we won't be short of anything. There's going to be no excuses. There's going to be no explanations. We're going to come out the gate swinging.
The Red White Report is brought to you by Ortho Now, your walk-in solution for orthopedic care at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health.
Great get for our friends at Morning Mayhem today. Ryan Silverfield joining them this morning to talk about taking over the Arkansas football program. If you were in a coma from too much tryptophan over the weekend and just woke up, guess what? Arkansas has found their man. He was the former Memphis head coach, and he has got a pretty significant challenge ahead of him. But he said all the right things on the morning show, and he has spoken to his team. And we'll talk more about that in a second. He said he's got resources, and we all know that's where it starts, right? He certainly believes in what Arkansas is potentially capable of as a program.
You can win, and you can win big here. And there's no reason why we can't. Obviously, there's some changes that need to happen, right, from a structural standpoint, from a standard standpoint. But listen, the standard has to be of excellence in every single thing we do, all the time. We can't deviate from that. We can't settle for anything. We're going to be swinging for the fences. And when I talk about that, that's every opportunity we get for everything we're doing.
Okay. I hope he's right. Little basketball news over the weekend. You may have watched it on Thanksgiving. I did. It was a really fun way to cap the day. Arkansas and Duke. Entertaining game. Blue Devils end up winning 80-71 in Chicago. I thought Trevin Brazile was fantastic. 11 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, block shot, took 5 threes, made 2 of them. Darius Acuff Jr., another quiet 21 for him. He had 5 assists, just 1 turnover in 37 minutes. Malik Thomas, he didn't shoot it great, 5 of 15. Had 13 in the game. Billy Richmond, Mr. Energy. And there's one thing sticking out to me, Christian. We got to get more out of Carter Knox on a more consistent level at this point. Missing that.
Hyped as a guy that maybe could have went first round or maybe could go first round in this next draft. He's not giving us nearly enough.
He has been great, and he has been not great.
Well, I think it's like every other game he has a good game.
Yep.
So need to get more consistent.
A little more consistent. So, yeah, I need like, at least like 10 and 7 from him, 10 and 6.
Another thing that sticks out to me is our big man. Well, outside of Trevin, who has played well mostly, I would say.
Yeah, let's give Ewan a little credit. He actually had some moments the other day.
Yeah. I need more moments.
He played 20 minutes. He had 7 points. He had 1 assist. He had 3 rebounds.
Need more rebounds.
Yeah, maybe so. Arkansas got handled on the boards. Listen, those are some grown men. That's the best front court they're going to play all year.
Yes, easily.
So
how big is he?
Who?
Boozer?
No.
Ewan, 6'11".
Yeah.
He played how many minutes?
20.
He only got 3 boards? Come on, man.
Duke does have a really good center, too.
There were 53 three-pointers shot. That's going to limit the number of rebounds you're going to get inside, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So this one was a bit of a head-scratcher for me. I don't think Arkansas's team is great right now. I'm excited about Coach Music moving forward, but right now they're still trying to figure things out. But they're 7-2 after losing to Harvard yesterday. So that was a little disappointing. Harvard's 500 on the season, too, if you're wondering. So there you go. 19 points, 4 rebounds. Bonnie D's, quiet day for her, 8 points and 5 boards. She only took 8 shots, though. So anyway, that was a little disappointing. I don't know what I was expecting there, but I certainly don't expect them to lose to Harvard. Now, if Hardwood was like undefeated coming in, that'd have been different, but not the case. And I think that's it from a Razorback standpoint. And Arkansas lost to Missouri, which is an afterthought, which is hard to believe at this point. They gave up 25 yards passing. 25 yards passing and lost the game. That is almost impossible to do in today's day and age if you're not playing a service academy.
Wow.
Missouri. Yes.
They only had 25 yards passing?
DJ.
No way. How'd I miss that?
5 yards passing. Passing yards, 4 of 7. 25 yards. Arkansas was 17 of 30, 185. And by the way, DJ should be breaking news for this station. He suggested and predicted that K.J. Jackson would be the starter, and in fact, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Good call, Mr. Williams.
Did you predict that they were going to switch quarterbacks back and forth over and over again?
I said that I did not want them to, but I was worried out of sentiment. I don't know if I'm saying that word right.
Sentiment, yeah.
Sentiment.
Pretty close.
That they would do that. And I think a lot of people agreed. I think when KJ went 7 of 10 to start the game with 90 yards and a touchdown, and then you take him out.
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't like that.
No, me neither.
I don't mind giving.
I think you should have just started Talon and then, pulled him. And
I didn't have a problem with playing Talon at some point, but KJ deserves a few series to at least get in a rhythm or stay in a rhythm.
And then that was a big point at a halftime when he came back in and started the third quarter, just ball thrown to the ground, another one to the ground, and the commentator said, it just seems like he's out of rhythm. He had a good rhythm going, then they take him out. I was surprised that Coach P did that out of respect for Talon.
Last thing here, and then we'll take some calls. I am not picking on him. I just don't like this move. Ryan Silverfield, I think he's going to be a cliche guy. He's going to be one of those guys, So, people were comparing him to, somebody compared him, was that you, Chad? You compared him to St. Pittman a little bit?
Yeah.
With the way that he operates, sort of a CEO. He's going to let his coordinators coordinate and kind of run the program.
Yeah.
He's got a little Chad Morris in him as far as the cliches go. That's a little concerning. But I didn't hear anything like left lane, hammer down, or anything dumb like that. But I don't like this. And I may be in the minority here. You guys may like this kind of bravado. I don't like it from a coach that's taken over a team that won 2 games this year. It is on an uphill climb, a significant uphill climb. Call it a mountainous terrain that he has to traverse to try to get to where Arkansas is back to good. Okay, you got to fight to get to good. You're a long way from great. He says, this is a quote from what he told his team. And I'm all for, again, I get it. You're a little hyperbolic, whatever. But here's the quote. If you're looking for an easy route, talking about transferring, go to a team that we're playing next year, and we'll beat your ass. Okay? All right. The SEC teams Arkansas plays next year are Georgia, LSU, Missouri, South Carolina, Tennessee, Auburn, Texas A&M, and Vanderbilt. I don't know that those words are going to escape my lips if I'm Ryan Silverfield at my first meeting with my team. I don't think that that's a very smart sentiment. That reminds me of Lane Kiffin coming in with much bravado to Tennessee. We talked about how they're going to whoop Florida. I just don't think it's a good look, and it sounds dumb. So I don't care for that. In general, fine. I think, again, on paper, the guy makes a lot of sense. It's a good hire. It's as good as the other guys were for the most part. I don't think you can make a strong argument. I guess Trey was on board with Sumrall. But in general, like whatever, of those, the 4 that were in the mix, fine.
Out of all those teams you just named, I can maybe think of 1, maybe 2 players right now from Arkansas that I think could actually go to those schools.
Yeah, there's a few
play
guys
significantly.
There's a few guys that
so
could
there
play.
may be some truth to what he said.
Well, I can think of 3 off the top of my head that could play at those schools. I mean, some of those schools
That have they?
Well, they could go to those schools, but we're not going to beat that school's ass.
Yeah, I don't think I'm saying I don't think those schools want them.
Yes, I agree.
The other thing is, this is a catchphrase that is used by the host that hosts the show after ours. There's nothing wrong with it. We all have our crutches.
Yeah.
But I heard this during the morning, and I was like, oh, he's a fan of that. And this is not me. This has nothing to do with his coaching. He's got his catchphrase. You're going to hear this a lot because I heard it a couple of other times in interviews too, or not interviews, but in some statements he made.
So many people are fired up about this. The staff we're going to put together, I think, listen, the Arkansas fans are going to be so fired up about who they are. The product we're going to put on the field with this staff, people are going to be fired up. Arkansas fans are going to be fired up about the guys that are going to be the future of this program. This one came calling and so fired up, and 1,000% of my focus is going to be here. And this entire state is our state. We are fired up to be here.
He's fired up.
Fired up.
Let's take some calls. Our boy Josh from the 4th and 5 channel. I almost called it a podcast.
There you go.
standing by. He's got thoughts on, I assume, the new head coach. Unless you want to talk hoops, Josh, I don't care. What's up?
No, I can't talk hoops. I can't even play basketball. You know this.
I can't play anything, but I sit here and talk about all the things. All right, well, give me your thoughts. What do you got?
And, I've been sitting around this morning after a good night's rest and thinking about this coaching decision, the coaching hire, and all this kind of stuff. Been looking on Twitter, and you guys know the sentiment that's on Twitter. That's the proper way of using that word, by the way, DJ.
Thank you.
There's a lot of negativity, and Ryan Silverfield is just a guy who's coached at Memphis, and he's excited about this new job. And I think Arkansas fans, if you've got a bone to pick, it's not with Ryan Silverfield. We've got to get behind it. So I started thinking about, man, when was the last time Arkansas was great? Or when was the last time I remember, the passion that we remember about the Arkansas Razorback football program? And I look back at Houston Nutt and how he came to Arkansas. And I was thinking, man, what exactly was his history? And I was like, yeah, Murray State. What did he do there? 4-7 in his first year, 5-6 in his second year. And then he went on and had 11-1 run there with Murray State and finished up with 11-2 for his final season. He got the job at Boise State next. And at Boise State, he went 4-7. And all of a sudden, Arkansas, SEC job comes knocking. So I kind of got to thinking that, maybe we're focused too much a little bit on, the past success. Because I was a James Franklin guy. That's who I wanted. I felt like we needed a big name. We needed a big splash. We need to get the fans behind this. We need the NIL support. And this is a guy that could probably do that. And I look back, last time Arkansas was good, we had Houston Nutt, and he's got a comparable background to what Silverfield's done at Memphis.
Well, there was the Petrino era, Josh, not to interrupt, but, there was that brief period of Petrino that was pretty good. But anyway, I think your point's well made on his background, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I just think that there's intangibles that now that he's the head coach of the Arkansas Razorbacks, we're all on this ship. I'm not trying to drown, So I'm going to get behind this and really start to try to get positive on this so he can have as much momentum as he can have in order to have a successful season, because there's different things. I think it's not about his history and necessarily his track record. Yes, you want to have positivity there, and I think he does.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a guy who can ignite this entire state, who can get the fan base back involved with this program. We need a guy who can recruit the state of Arkansas. DJ talks about that all the time. And not because you need every 3-star kid around the state, but eventually there's a 5-star kid that comes along, and if his hometown heroes, the kids that he grew up watching, if those are Arkansas guys, all of a sudden you've got those 5 stars that are choosing Arkansas. You've built pride across the state. And I think Arkansas is a state that, to the other caller that was talking earlier about oil money, we're going to have a full state of support if we're going to see Arkansas win in the NIL era. And I just want to start getting on board with that idea and get moving, because I think the more we drag our feet on this, getting behind Silverfield, the worse off we're going to be.
Ringing the bell is giving your best performance to date, as Bobby Petrino once said, Josh. Good work. I appreciate the call, buddy. Take care.
See you, dog.
It's a good take.
It's a good take.
You can be mad if you want to, but if you're not going to get behind him, what's the point?
Yeah.
Because with everybody's support, he's got a tough job. If you don't get behind him, he's got no chance.
Yeah.
What's up, Brent?
Hey, guys. Thanks for taking my call. Appreciate it. I thought I've done the same thing as he did. I thought a lot about this situation. I think there's something that's been missing a lot with a lot of our fans is he was talking about Houston Nutt, but, you think about it, since Houston Nutt left, we have not had a single coach here that's left in a manner that actually benefited them once they left. And that's a national perception, man, where people look at our job and they think, just like they did whenever we ended up hiring Pittman, it's a career killer. The people that take this job, man, you got to give Ryan Silverfield a lot of credit, because if he's dancing with the ugly date, and we are the ugly date at the prom. We've just consistently been performing in a manner that actually is, we had Brandon Allen's truck get burned. We had Bielema, he left in a shame, and we had Chad Morris and all these other things. I don't think our fan base really understands that you could throw a lot of money at a lot of these folks, but a lot of them saw what happened to the program over the last 20 years. it's not really a shining diamond anymore. We're really that lump of coal that we're hoping to get a little bit of pressure and can actually, turn ourselves into a diamond. And I really hope that the fans understand, like, that he might have been the only one Hunter Yurchek could really actually get a solid answer out of and not feel like maybe this guy's just trying to take her money. I'm not saying that that's the case. The guy very well could be.
Yeah.
But I think that we're in a situation, man, where our national perception is so tarnished and so bad. But inside the state, understand, we all think of this as like the best program in the world. On the outside, man, we're 127. We're that team at the very back of the pack that looks like the biggest crux as far as all these other programs out there. So I'd really like for people to actually take time and just think about what we've been and where we want to go, and think about how hard it would be to be the ugly kid and get somebody to take you to the prom. That's not an easy thing to do. You got to have one heck of a good personality.
It's a great analogy. Friend, I appreciate that. Yeah, while you nitpick your new partner, make sure you remember to look in the mirror, because you got some deficiencies as well, Arkansas.
He brought up a good point. Like, you remember what Harvey Dent said to Bruce Wayne?
Harvey Dent said to Bruce Wayne, he said he was like a dog.
Two-Face?
No, you're thinking of the Joker.
Oh, yeah.
He told him, you rather die a hero or live long enough to become the villain. It's just like every coach that we've had.
You know what? I'm going to say a little prayer this Sunday. I'm going to say, dear God, please let Ryan Silverfield get Arkansas to the playoff and then leave for another school that's a better job before the playoff begins.
Oh.
Because you know what? That'd be a good place to be in compared to where you are today, isn't it?
I agree.
Wouldn't you love to be Ole Miss right now? It's a crappy situation over there, but I'd love to be in it. Beats the alternative. Beats winning 2 games.
Yeah.
What's up, Cap?
Hey, I love you guys. I listen to the show every single day, and I also want to say that I appreciate all the games you call, UCA and everything. I listen to all of them, and I don't have a TV. I just have a radio. So I'm really thankful for all the hard work you do bringing all these sports home to me.
Cap, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Look at
Thank
that.
you, buddy.
Well, geez, I mean, it's wonderful. I grew up before there was even TVs. I'm over 80, and so we listened to the radio, and then so I can picture in my mind when you have a good announcer like you are describing the game. I can picture those players. I don't need to see it on a TV screen. You bring it to life with your broadcast.
Whoa.
Cap, you're the sweetest. Checks in the mail. You're the best.
Well, I don't know about I think I'm kind of a stinky old man now.
Well, we appreciate people who utilize the radio because that's what we do. So I appreciate your call very much. Thanks for the praise, and keep listening.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second.
Yes, sir?
Wait a minute. I just wanted to say I love the Razorbacks, but I think we need to realize we're like the small fish in a little pond with a bunch of big fish. I mean, there's less people live here than anywhere, I think, except Alaska. So it's very hard for us to compete against these other bigger schools.
Well, that's true. We do have a better football program than Alaska does, Cap. We got that going for us.
Yeah, and I just wish that Rick Schaefer gave a really amazing. It wasn't a diatribe or a tirade or anything like that. He just talked about it, and the way these sports have gone now is so different than how it was when I was young. I got some relatives that played sports. Some of them still hold records in the NFL today. And I played sports, and I was related to coaches and different people. But some of the stuff that goes on today, I don't understand. I mean, the fan bases have gone completely crazy. I mean, look at when Brandon Allen was the quarterback. He's been playing in the NFL ever since. They set his damn car on fire. What the hell is wrong with these people?
Cap, you're my favorite caller in a long time.
Yeah.
We got to hit a break. I appreciate you calling up, man. Thank you so much, and we'll talk to you again, I hope.
I love you guys. Bye.
Love you, Cap.
He's great.
Not paid. Not paid.
Isn't that the goal for radio folks, what he just described?
Last name maybe Acri. Not paid. But yeah, that is cool. That is the ultimate compliment right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a guy that after Paul Eels passed away that called in, and he was blind. And he talked about how Paul painted the picture for him, and it meant so much to him.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was very powerful.
That's cool.
I'll never forget it. It was
Yeah.
great. David, Kurt, JD, hang on. We're going to hit a break. When we come back, we're going to get a little more insight on the Kiffin situation at LSU with my buddy Tim Fletcher, who covers the Tigers. I want to get his thoughts on Arkansas, too, in Silverfield. I'm sure he's got some thoughts on that. It's going to get an outside perspective. We get caught up in, our rose-colored or cardinal-colored glasses, I guess. And sometimes we look at things only from an Arkansas perspective. But there are people who, outside the state, have a little different, thought on it. So we'll talk to Tim about that on the other side. As we head in, I do want to tell you about our friends at Gwatney. I hope they had a great Black Friday. I'm sure they did. They were giving away all kinds of good deals. And you were getting a chance to get gift cards, too. But listen, there are good deals going on as we start into December, too. And they will take care of you all the way through to March. They're doing some vehicles you can buy, and they don't make you make a payment until March. So lots of great deals going on Silverados and the smaller SUVs as well. And it's fun now when you drive up to the lot. And it wasn't always like this. I mean, it was tough during COVID, and it took them a little while to get back where production was where it needed to be. Man, when you pull up and see that full lot, it makes me so happy. There's so many great vehicle options for you. Big SUVs, small SUVs, trucks, non-Chevrolet vehicles in the pre-owned part of the lot. So if you want great service, you're going to get it. You want to be treated like family? Absolutely. And if you just got done with Thanksgiving, you're thinking, I don't want my family anywhere involved with this. Maybe better than family. Maybe they treat you better than family. Anyway, those are our people over there. Gwatney Chevrolet in Jacksonville. I strongly encourage you to go over there, get yourself a deal, start your December off right. Maybe a little early Christmas present, Just saying. GwatneyChevrolet.com, you can see the entire selection. Go visit our friends in Jacksonville. Get off of the James Street exit, head north. From the capital city, it's 1128. Back in a sec.
Atlas, I begat this, flipping them together on the dirty mattress. You can't match this, rapper / actress.
Joe Nichols joins Morning Mayhem each week, presented by Bath Fitters. Get the tub or shower you deserve with no gimmicks, just real savings. Check them out at bathfitterlittlerock.com.
This is Sports Center.
The coaching carousel came to a stop for a number of college football teams this weekend, including Arkansas, who hired Memphis head coach Ryan Silverfield as the next head hog. In 7 seasons at Memphis, he was 50-25, winning 10-plus games in 2023 and 2024, before regressing in 2025 to 8-4. Despite all the success, he did fail to reach an American Athletic Conference title game. His introductory press conference will be on Thursday at 1 p.m. Nationally, the biggest hiring was Lane Kiffin to LSU. Kiffin will not finish the season for the Rebels, who will be in the college football playoff. Kiffin will also be taking a number of assistants with him, including Ole Miss offensive coordinator Charlie Weiss Jr. Ole Miss defensive coordinator Pete Golding will take over as interim head coach for the Rebels. Elsewhere, Auburn landed Arkansas target USF head coach Alex Golish, while Florida got Tulane head coach John Sumrall. I'm Christian Weaver with the Buzz Radio Network. Ten Fitness brings you Top 10 Tuesdays with his own each week. Your calls brought to you by 10 Fitness. Turn back the clock on gym prices.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We're in the big eating season when temptations are going to come at you from family, friends, and TV ads. Not to worry. You've got an ally in Central Arkansas, the Little Rock Athletic Club or the Little Rock Racquet Club, both offering 50% off the joining fee from now till December 31st. Better to save big than get big. And oh, the variety of exercises you'll enjoy with your Little Rock Athletic Club or Racquet Club. In 2026, people will witness the fitness.
Superstars Joe Klein and Pat Bradley for Arkansas's #1 sports app, Bet Saracen.
Joe, you know the main difference between Bet Saracen and those other guys?
Definitely. Easier to navigate. Always good parlays. Plus lots of fun choices. Like ping pong. Right there on the app.
But the real difference are those special promos.
Brand new players get a 100% profit boost just for downloading the Bet Saracen app.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Make Jim's Razorback Pizza your game day headquarters. Known for their amazing thin crust and Detroit-style deep dish pizzas, but don't pass up on their wings that were voted the best by AY Magazine. If you're looking for a great place to watch the game and the most accommodating service around, visit Jim's Razorback Pizza at Highway 10 just past Taylor Loop and the second location at the Morgan Maumelle exit. Jim's Razorback Pizza, proudly serving Central Arkansas for over 20 years.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
From all of us at MNB, we'd like to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and a happy holiday season. We know that some of the best times are spent during the holidays with family and friends, creating memories for many years to come. And we would like to say thank you to all of our customers who have supported us through the years and made us a part of your family. May your holidays be filled with joy and many blessings. Merry Christmas and happy holidays from all of us at MNB.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
We're going to get Tim Fletcher on momentarily, maybe not. He told me he's under the weather. He's working from home today, but he said he was going to be good to go by 11:30.
Hey, I also got a nice little update here this morning. My guy Danny Bill, the #1 recruit in the state of Arkansas, who flipped from Oklahoma State, just committed to be a Razorback next year. Signing
already?
On the 3rd.
What's he play?
Defensive line.
Where is he?
#1 recruit in the state, Cross County.
Is he fired up?
I bet he is fired up.
David, what's up?
Hey, guys. Good morning or afternoon. I think it's still
morning.
Anyway, so
Yeah.
I like the Silverfield hire. I think it'll be good if we give him, if he's got all the NIL money. I think he'll be successful. The other thing I was thinking about is all of the anger that's been going on, and I think as Razorback fans, we've all, I know since the Notre Dame, after that Notre Dame loss, I was angry. But it's kind of like been all this pent-up angry for 8 games now. And then after Saturday, I was watching Trey Biddy's walk and talk, and I kind of identified with him. I just wanted to start cussing a lot. It was just all this pent-up angry that I felt like I needed to get out. And the one thing, question I have for DJ is I noticed on Facebook, lots of posts, but I noticed this one where it said that Silverfield was going to bring his GM, possibly, from Memphis. Now, I know Raceback hired a NIL guy back, I guess, several months ago. Is that, was he a GM? Is the GM different than this guy? So just, I'll hang up, listen, just your comments on that.
Thank you.
I saw something along those lines, too, but then I also saw Remy Cofield quote tweet and say, let's get after it. So I don't know. He did bring his strength coach.
Yep.
His strength coach followed him from Memphis.
Noah Franklin. That means there's a good chance we won't see that belt on the sideline anymore.
Yes.
So that's a positive.
You mentioned the Oklahoma player. Did you mention Danny Bill also?
Danny Bill was committed to Oklahoma State.
Oh, okay.
He dropped his commitment, and he just committed to the Razorbacks signing day on the 3rd.
Bryant linebacker Ja'Cory Smith, who recently decommitted from Oklahoma, has committed to Arkansas.
Okay.
Racking them up, man.
Off to a good start. Yeah, I was saying earlier, and again, it's not a knock, it's just a fact, but we can all agree the state's not been turning out just piles of great 5 stars, or 4 stars even.
Yeah.
But there was one Arkansan on the Memphis roster. That's surprising to me.
Yeah, with how close proximity we are.
Yeah, usually going to have a few at least.
Last night I was up doing some stuff online and all that good stuff, and I did have somebody say that apparently Silverfield maybe knew this was coming and reached out to a kid about a week or so ago, trying to make sure he got a head start on recruiting here in the state of Arkansas.
Okay.
So that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, this is not anywhere close to the most bizarre situation going on in college football because there are a number of schools that are welcoming in new coaches. Although you can say the goalish thing ending up with Silverfield was a little bit odd. It's nothing like a coach who led a team to the playoff and then walked out the door on them to take a new job before the playoff started. That would be Lane Kiffin. And, boy, he does things his own way. It's a little bit different for sure. I'm sure the people in Baton Rouge are happy to have him. I'm sure the people in Ole Miss hate him. I saw a lot of middle fingers getting flown up at his plane yesterday before he took off. Tim Fletcher covers LSU and a whole lot more down in Shreveport, and he is joining us on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline, which I know is his favorite place to be. He is on 1190 The Tiger. But today, under the weather, playing hurt, Tim Fletcher, you're next level, buddy. That's why you're the pros pro.
Well, you know what it is. I rubbed some dirt on it, which is weird since it was a stomach bug. But, I don't know how that helps.
Do you think it's maybe you ate turkey that was left out too long?
Well, here's the bad thing. In Louisiana, I had some bad gumbo. Dude, you don't ever want to have to shake off, eating gumbo again. But I will tell you this. Gumbo going down, fantastic. Gumbo coming up, not so hot.
Nope.
I do not recommend it.
No, I imagine not.
No.
Yeah, rice is not a good thing to yak. Anyway, it's the lunch hour, so let's
Yeah,
yeah, I've been there.
Yeah, there we go. Let's just move on.
I had a bad incident with chicken tetrazzini one time, and I was camping in the mountains. It was not pretty, not pretty.
Pasta is the worst coming up.
It was amazing.
How would you get chicken tetrazzini while camping? What are you, some kind of glamper, camper,
we had
maven,
packet and water, man. It was like one of those ready-made rice mixes. It was quite good, but not good come up. Anyway, we'll let people enjoy their lunch. Tim, let's talk about the bizarre nature and story and saga of Lane Kiffin. We all thought maybe that Tennessee turn might be the strangest thing, the departure from Oakland and the way that the words were exchanged with the owner. But no, he has outdone himself. What's the reaction?
The tarmac at Southern Cal.
That's true.
This is nuts.
Yeah, we could do a top 10 list just on weird things from Lane Kiffin.
Right. To me, the most bizarre thing is that he truly expected to coach Ole Miss during the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you divorce your spouse doesn't mean that you can still date her while you're dating somebody else. That doesn't happen.
It's really unfair.
At least, exactly. Depends on who your spouse is, I guess, that you left behind. But that's here or there. But it was weird. I'm like, you really thought that? Or was it just Lane Kiffin playing a little bit of a mind game? Here's the deal, and you and DJ know this from days of watching LSU versus Arkansas. You look at the coaches that LSU has had since the turn of the century. Nick Saban. He was an odd duck, okay? Nick was very different than what anybody had ever had before at LSU. Very businesslike, but he was the friendliest chap, you know what I mean? But he got the job done. Les Miles was weird, but weird. Beloved still. The winningest coach in LSU history with a 77% winning percentage and gets no love whatsoever. Coach O, I don't know if you're aware of this, a little bit different than most every other coach in the country. Mm-hmm. And then you bring in Brian Kelly, who was such a square peg in a round hole. It did not make sense. There are the number of stories that are coming out about Brian Kelly are phenomenal. That assistant coaches are bringing a phone with a recruit on the line into his office. Hey, coach, do you have time for Jim Smith here? Make an appointment. And so the assistant coach would have to make an excuse to the kid to call back to Brian Kelly at his convenience. You're like, what coach denies recruiting? So there's always been a weirdness factor. So in that regard, Lane Kiffin is perfect for LSU. He is different. He's brash. He says what's on his mind. He's going to rub some people the wrong way. The rivalries that LSU has are going to be ramped up. I guarantee you he cannot wait. And I say this as I'm wearing an Arkansas Razorback sweatshirt, basketball sweatshirt. He is going to gig Arkansas for being an also-ran, lower tier. We can't lose the boot to those guys. He's going to say the same thing about Mississippi State. He's going to say the same thing about Kentucky. All these schools that are not at the top tier. He's going to rub them and kind of shove him into a closet. He's going to pick fights with Kirby. He's going to pick fights with DeBoer. He's going to pick fights with Elko, with Sarkisian, who he loves, I guess, and, drink with. He is absolutely the perfect guy to coach LSU, albeit I don't know if it's a good idea or not, to be honest with you. Right. Just because you guys probably heard all about this with our Governor Landry coming in and saying, we are not, I almost did a Ross Perot impersonation of him, we are not going to have guaranteed contracts anymore. Incentive-based only. How about 7 years, $91 million, and oh, by the way, your buyout is we owe you $7 million if we fire you, or if you leave, we'll pay you $7 million, and it goes down to $1 million. There's no offset clause, so if he gets another job in 3 years, if he decides to take the Titans job or whatever, they would still have to pay him the entirety, 80% of his contract, which is what, 80% of 90 is $72 million. So, if he leaves after 1 year, he gets $72 million. Doesn't matter where how much he makes elsewhere. It is so bizarre how they have done this. And they're going to pay his incentives for Ole Miss this year. If they make the playoffs, LSU is going to play. If Ole Miss makes the playoffs, LSU is going to pay Lane Kiffin $150,000. If they win the national championship, they're going to pay him his $1 million bonus for Ole Miss winning the national championship.
Wow. Well, they're not going to. So that takes me to my next point. Yeah, Tim Fletcher joined us, by the way, if you're just tuning in on the Jim's Razorback Pizza Hotline. He covers, LSU and so much more down in Shreveport. Arkansas guy, too, though, so that's good. We liked him. So the biggest thing for me is, look, I get it. You want to offer me $3 million more than the $9 million I was making. I get it. You take that job. I understand that. Mm-hmm. But to walk away from a playoff team, which, is supposed to be the goal, Tim, is to win a national title everywhere you go. There are only like 15 schools that have a chance to do that when we start the year most years. And you are in a position to do it, to be one of those schools. And if things fall your way, I don't think there's any argument that Ole Miss couldn't be a team there at the very end. So to walk away from that, that's going to be the thing that sticks with me for the rest of my life. To watch a guy walk away from a playoff team, even if he was delusional enough to think that a rival – he takes a job at a rival school and they were still going to let him finish it. I just can't even imagine entertaining the conversation because you're in the middle of the playoff. I would have said, hey, look, if you want me when the playoff's over, great. But until then, I got to do what I'm doing. I mean, it's the playoff. Are you guys nuts?
Right.
But not Lane Kiffin. Does that not bother you?
No. Oh, heck yeah, it does. And I far be it for me to feel sorry for anybody at Ole Miss and their gas station chicken that they love and all that good stuff. But I do feel bad for those kids because, sure, Pete Golding's going to take care of the defense, but when's the last time that we talked about the Ole Miss defense being the reason where they are? It's their offense is what drives the engine. Right. Who's going to call the plays for these cats? Right. Who's going to come up with a game plan on offense if Charlie Weiss Jr. is already in Baton Rouge scouting out, the closest house he can find to walk on? How's that going to help Ole Miss win a championship? And I know that others have said this, Justin and DJ, that we got to change the calendar. You got to change the calendar. How? How do you change the calendar to where it suits everyone who's got classes to go to? The spring semester or whatever begins, January 15th? If you push it back to where kids can't transfer until after the playoffs, is that going to give everybody time to do this? Is that going to give schools enough time to hire coaches? I mean, I don't know, but it just seems like that the whole system is dumb. But the thing that, if you're wondering, so why did Lane Kiffin choose LSU outside of the money? LSU has had 14 native Louisianans drafted in the first round since 2014, last 10 years or so. Only Alabama, California, Georgia, and Texas and California and Florida are the only states that have more first-round draft picks. And so I was going to say that Lane Kiffin could use his garden implement, like a hoe, and if he's tilling the ground for recruits, it is much more fertile in Louisiana than it is in Mississippi. They've had one or two, I think, native Mississippians drafted in the first round in the last 10 years. Louisiana, as Nick Saban said, you shake a tree and you get a 4.5 40 wide receiver just falling out, and they want to go to LSU. We got a kid here in Shreveport-Bossier, Kenny Darby. It was fantastic. He has been a loyal commitment to LSU since the summer, He hasn't changed his mind, and he's ridiculously talented. These kids grow up in this state and that's where they want to go. And, of course, NIL caused it to where there may be some going to Texas and A&M and all that good stuff. But if he puts the old fence around Louisiana the way that Jerry DiNardo did back in the day, there's another weirdo. And then Saban comes in and does it as well, and then that became just the mantra for if you want to be successful at LSU, get the top recruits from Louisiana that you want. Some aren't going to be a fit for you because of scheme, because of whatever it is you're running, blah, blah, blah. But if you get 90%, 80% of the kids that you target in Louisiana, you're going to have a heck of a roster. And the downside of this for Kiffin is he is such a fertile guy that how's he going to do this? How's he going to mix the high school recruiting, which is vital in Louisiana? You've got to keep these coaches satisfied. You got kids down at Edna Carr, which is a stud program in New Orleans. You got Catholic High, University Lab down in Baton Rouge as well, all the Lafayette area, Shreveport-Bossier, and, of course, all of the Ouachita Parish, which is Monroe, Neville, West Monroe, Ruston, all that. You want those kids locking in on this. And if you start going all portal, they're going to go somewhere else. But, of course, now they're going to give Lane Kiffin $25 to $30 million to build a roster.
Mm-hmm.
Brian Kelly had $18 million.
Tim, here's
so
what
they're going to give him.
Yeah. That's a significant jump. What I was going to say is, too, there really is no honor in this game anymore. Arkansas had a kid last year, Patrick Kudus, that told Coach Pittman, "Hey, look, I just don't want to play. I want to save my year for next year. I'm coming back next year. I'm definitely going to be a Razorback." And then what's he do at the end of the season? He flips and goes to Ole Miss. I saw his hands on the Egg Bowl the other day, and I was like, God, I hope you dropped it on your foot.
Yeah.
Anyway, all that aside, I don't know what stops Lane Kiffin from going, I'm here. We're going to run the playoff. What are we doing? Meanwhile, you could have your agents telling LSU, you're going to have to wait. He wants to come there, but you're going to have to wait. He's not saying anything. He's going to coach his team through the playoff. And then he could have said, even though Keith Carter was up his butt about, I need a decision. It's like, cool. And then at the end of the season, go, actually, I changed my mind.
Yeah.
They can't stop him. There's no rules.
I think too, the saying that word too much today, the idea that you feel bad for the kids, I think that's just based off what we're used to growing up in and playing with or being accustomed to. I think that has completely changed, and the culture, and I think the culture has changed as well. And I don't think the players are sad about it at all. I think what has made Lane Kiffin so successful, he was one of the first to really embrace this new era of college football, and pretty much outside of building that culture, that culture also included, I want what's best for you. So I'll make sure this is going to be the best opportunity for you here at Ole Miss while I'm the coach. And if you decide to leave, do your thing. But I think Patrick Kudus and all these guys that transferred to Ole Miss, you look at what they did in the portal last year, one of the best teams in the portal, bringing in the top talent. They didn't do that to go play for Ole Miss. They want to go play for Lane Kiffin.
Right.
And so all these players, I think they're going to say, okay, we came here for this. Let's go try to win this national championship. If we win, great. If we lose, great. Hey, Coach Kiffin, you got a spot for us next year because we're going to come follow you.
You can't win without him. Tim just made the point. You can't win without him. So
That's fair.
To walk away in the middle of the season, it's not in the middle of the season, but to walk away at the most critical part of the year is a different deal, and it's not okay. And I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's free agency across the board, including coaches.
So that brings me to this point. Mm-hmm. It's almost swallowing your pride and just accepting what reality is. I do think the chances for Ole Miss to win a national championship is when Lane Kiffin is on the sidelines, okay? I personally would have let him coach, all right, because you have an opportunity to put a national championship in that little area, wherever that stadium is called, and you have that on the resume. That's the ultimate goal. I would have let him coach and not be too prideful and said, hell no, because now I think that diminishes their chances to reach the ultimate goal.
It does.
Because you're going to – Next year, he's not going to be there regardless.
Don't get it twisted.
Let me play devil's advocate for you.
I don't think it diminishes them.
Let me play devil's advocate for you.
I don't think it diminishes them. I think it ends them. Clear cut. You cannot win without him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think so. But what if Kiffin was able to coach and they play Texas Tech in the playoff opener and get beat 37-7? You know, what would that legacy be? What would everyone be saying? Dude, his heart wasn't in it. He was already, he was coaching LSU. It was almost like there was a win-win. They used to keep winning. They win the national championship. But there was also so many things that could have gone wrong that I just wonder if Keith Carter said, look, no, this is too much, man. This is even too much for 2025 college football for me to take.
I can't remember if I saw this in the Lane Kiffin interview that he did with ESPN or not. We've got the whole interview. I do want to play before the end of the show if we have time. But he said, basically, I wanted to coach, and they said no. And Keith Carter's point is, I have to live in this community. And it's not – here's the thing. For those who missed it, Eric Morris at North Texas is being allowed to coach in his conference championship game and beyond if he wants to. They're not going to be in the playoff more than likely.
John Summerall's being able to coach for Tulane.
There you go. So
Summerall's coaching for Tulane.
It's different because it's not against a rival, a heated rival at the highest level. So if it was anybody but, maybe so. If it was anybody but. But I get it. I mean, but they have zero chance. And if you're a player, and I'll tell you right now, I would do this, and I would get punched in the face. But I would walk up to every man on that Ole Miss team, and from what I read, there were guys that were pissed off in this player meeting about the whole thing. But if you're a player and you don't think that there is something wrong with your coach walking out before you get a chance to compete in the playoff, when you gave your blood, sweat, and tears all season long, off-season workouts, everything else you did to get your team to this point, then either you don't care about winning or you're just dumb. And I would say it to your face, like, if you don't care about Lane Kiffin leaving and you're an Ole Miss player, you're stupid or you don't care about winning championships. You don't care about competing because that's what this is all about.
Here's the other thing. It wasn't that long ago when LSU, during a coaching change, had so many players opt out. They had 36 scholarship players to play in the Texas Bowl, and they had a wide receiver play quarterback. And everyone was up in arms. Oh, my gosh, look at all the opt-outs. Well, Lane Kiffin just opted out of coaching his kids. What's the difference? It's probably even worse for a coach, a 50-year-old adult, to opt out as opposed to kids opting out who are looking for better opportunity somewhere.
The difference is, Tim, the Texas Bowl doesn't matter. The playoff does, or it's supposed to.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
And
it will.
That wide receiver quarterback did a good job, if I remember correctly.
But he did not. It was a rough go.
Okay.
It wasn't exact. They would have been better off with Westmore blindfolded.
Oh, boy. What's the big strapping lad now? He's a little different cat. Yeah. He's not afraid. Tim, I appreciate the insight. We got to go to break. Thank you so much. I hope you feel better, and thanks for the insight. I'm sure we'll catch up again once Lane Kiffin sinks his teeth into that program down there.
It's going to be a wild ride, man.
Well, there are a lot of people to bring it back around. There are a lot of people in Oxford right now hoping that he gets some bad gumbo. All right, buddy. I appreciate you. We'll talk again.
All right, guys.
See you, brother.
Take care.
All right, man.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound.
Oaklawn is here for when you want real action, and the wait is over. Live racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
We all make plans for the future, but car accidents, break-ins, and unexpected fires can disrupt those plans. At Shelter Insurance, our agents help design insurance plans that work for you and help protect what matters most. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
See Shelter Agent Kyle Stone in Pine Bluff, Paul Killingsworth in Cabot, or Chris Allen in Stuttgart today.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation, so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
For me, the sun rises and sets with
The Zone.
Yeah.
We know how you feel. Don't worry. You're back in the zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
We were talking from an ancillary standpoint, Oxford versus living in Baton Rouge. I've been to both. There's not a huge difference for me. The difference is you're an hour and 20 from New Orleans, or you're an hour and 20 away from Memphis. What would you prefer?
New Orleans.
Yeah. And also, you're making $3 million more. I would need, I need the Lincoln Riley deal. If I'm doing this for him, I need unlimited use of the jet and a few other things that are a little bit out of the ordinary. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Bill, what's up? We're going to go quick.
Hey, yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. You got 1 minute.
Hello.
1 minute, Bill. Can you hear me?
Oh, 1 minute. Well, I was just going to comment. Yeah, give me I'm down the interstate. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you fine.
Hey, I was actually going to comment, and DJ kind of said it best when he talked about how everyone talks about, the players, the kids. These aren't kids. They're grown adults. They make business decisions. Like, the players don't have no loyalty anymore, and no one wants to admit to that, but they don't. We see it all the time. Why would the coaches? And I think that what DJ said is exactly right. The players want to play for Lane because he puts the business side out there. And I know I only got a minute. I can't really go on. But
no, I think there's no question. Yep, that's good. That was the best part of the call. But he's right. No, he's right. Listen, they want to play for Lane. There's no argument. But again, we're talking about this one specific situation where you're up against playing in the playoff, and now he's not going to be there. You have no shot.
Wake up. Santa's sleigh is on the roof.
Not a sleigh. It's a brand new Lincoln. And you can win your own during Southland Casino Hotel's Here Comes Santa promotion.
How do we win?
Earn entry starting November 1st to win your share of over $550,000 in free play and prizes. And don't forget the grand prize drawings on November 29th and December 27th to win a brand new Lincoln.
Come on, honey. Let's navigate to Southland.
Tell your friends about Here Comes Santa at Southland Casino Hotel. Must be 21 plus. Play responsibly. For help quitting, call 800-522-4700.
Proudly serving Little Rock and the surrounding areas, All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros is your trusted one-stop shop for all your automotive needs. We know that tire needs and auto repair services can be stressful and unplanned, but at All About Tire and Brake Tire Pros, we offer fast and simple financing for everyone. Whether you're looking for new tires or any kind of auto repair, we have your financing needs covered. Visit us in Mapleville or Little Rock today or online at allabouttireandbrake.com. Tire Pros. Love the drive.
Catch the buzz on all our social media platforms presented by Luxury Pool and Spa in Conway and Russellville. It's hot tub season at Luxury Pool and Spa. Online at luxurypoolarkansas.com.
This holiday season, we're thankful that you made Morning Mayhem and the Buzz part of your day. Happy holidays from all of us at Morning Mayhem.
Buzz News with KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
The Arkansas Department of Transportation is gearing up for the potential wintry mix. RDOT says this is a tricky first system of the season, with freezing rain arriving during the morning rush instead of snow that melts in the sun. But crews are already coming in, checking equipment and loading salt at the 12 districts across the state. RDOT says more than 600 trucks statewide are ready to hit the road, with crews applying rock salt again this morning. They are asking drivers to take it slow and keep an eye on the iDrive map for updated road conditions. And the Powerball jackpot is now at one of the biggest jackpots of the year at $740 million. One player in Florida did walk away with $1 million after matching the 5 white balls, but no red Powerball. Remember, you can't win if you don't play. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm KARK's Gary Burton Jr.
Weather from the Fletcher Weather Center.
Winter weather is expected Monday with freezing rain and sleet as well as cold rain possible. Multiple rounds through the day that could make travel treacherous, especially on bridges and overpasses. Use caution on the roadways. Ice accumulations up to 1/10 of an inch are possible. System will clear out by Tuesday. For the Buzz Radio Network, I'm meteorologist Jenna Warner.
Fletcher Dodge wants to buy your car. We'll buy any make or model, and we'll pay you more than anyone else. Please turn your old car into cash at Fletcher Dodge in Sherwood.
Hey folks, this is Mitch Ward, proudly serving the great state of Arkansas with Red River Auto Group for over 20 years. We started as Arkansas's #1 Ram, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep dealer, but we've also got Ford and Toyota. And I like to think we've got the largest discounts than anybody in the state. But folks, really, if you bring us any reasonable deal right now, we're going to try to put something together. If that means us giving a little too much for your trade or selling ours for just a little too cheap or fighting for the best rate, we're going to make it happen. Check us out at redriverauto.com.
Hi, this is Ted Upshaw from Accountable Roofing and Remodeling. Let us bring our over 30 years of experience to your next project. We are certified shingle masters, licensed, bonded, and insured. Are you one of the thousands of Arkansans who has received a non-renewal notice from your insurance company due to the age or condition of your roof? We can help. We offer multiple financing options, from help with your deductible all the way down for zero down for the entire project. Call today for your free evaluation, 501-621-0500, or visit us at accountablerr.com.
This is the Pigskin Preacher, bringing you the word. While the world is moving at breakneck speed for 11 months of the year, there's something different about December. The knowledge that 2,000 years ago that the baby Jesus was born in Bethlehem continues to impact the world in game-changing ways. The rise of education, hospitals, charities, etc., all were inspired by this babe. Even as our calendar pivots on his birth, 'tis the season is our opportunity to extend kindness, service, and sacrifice to those in need in his name. Doublebees wishes each of you a Merry Christmas. May your holidays be filled with family, friends, food, and the knowledge that God so loved the world that he gave us his only begotten Son. From all your friends at Doublebees, Merry Christmas.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never even knew you needed. On the road, on the water, or in the trails, we've got the ride for you.
Hey, get in. What? Who are you? I'm future you. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah,
Mia, our doctor figured it out. She said it's irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, and Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hey, it's Randy Rainwater from Drive Time Sports. Monday, Rick Schaefer and I will have a great show planned for you after our 4 days off. Neil Atkinson from Bet Saracen, Fox 16 Sports Director, Courtney Mims, Hogsports.com's Trey Biddy, thanks to Chris Crane Hyundai, and Genesis of Conway, and the Patrick Bradley, thanks to Bet Saracen. And Monte Harrison, thanks to Absolute Roofing's Tiger Lee. See you Monday on 103.7 The Buzz.
You're in the zone, coming to you live from the Oaklawn Hot Springs Studio. Oaklawn, Arkansas's only casino resort. Now, here's Justin Acri and DJ Williams on the Buzz Radio Network.
This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, 100% reason to remember the name. Like, he doesn't need his name up in lights, he just wants to be heard, whether it's the beat of the mic. Feels so unlike everybody else, alone, in spite of the fact that some people still think that they know, but no, he knows the code. It's not about the salary, it's all about reality and making some noise, making a story, making sure his click stays up. That means when he puts it down, Top's picking it up. Who the hell is he anyway? He never really talks much, never concerned with status, but still even him starstruck. Humble through opportunities, given despite the fact that many misjudge him because he makes.
All right, it has been a busy day, and I'm sorry we've not done a good job of getting to our D3 Auto Sales texts, and I will do that in a second. Also, we've got game balls and jock straps. I got a bunch to give out from the weekend. But it has been a busy day. And listen, Ryan Silverfield came in here cocky. He's like, if you go to another SEC school, we're going to kick your ass next year. Cool. If we're going to put one of the best recruiting classes together ever. Well, I'd say you hit the ground running, DJ. Christian, wouldn't you say?
Already 3 players flip commitment and committing to the Hogs, expected to sign on the 3rd, just 2 days from now for National Signing Day. Ja'Cory Smith, who is the 4th-ranked player in the state, was a standout linebacker at Parkview, transferred to Bryant and doing this thing over there. Now he was committed to OU. He just posted on his social media that he's going to be a Razorback. Number 3 player in the state, Terry Hodges, a running back. It's his first year at Bryant as well, was committed to Missouri. And now he is saying he is going to be a Razorback as well. A number 1 recruit in the state, defensive lineman, Danny Bill, out of Cross County, was committed to Oklahoma State, opened up his recruiting, and now he just posted on social media as well that he is going to be a Razorback. A lot of people ask me about Danny Bill. That's the one guy I had a chance to go talk to. Mm-hmm. Physically, he's a dude you need in the trenches. He'll be a good 3 technique or defensive end and a 3 down front. But a lot of people worry about the level of competition he plays at in Cross County two-way. Mm-hmm. You can see him firsthand in the state championship that's coming up at War Memorial. But I like to see how they compete against other top talent in the country. And so he went to an All-American camp and was the camp MVP based off his performance in one-on-one drills. And so the dude's legit. Very cool to see these guys are now staying home. It's funny, when I was asking Terry Hodges earlier this year, I said, man, what would it take for you to go to Arkansas? And he giggled and laughed at me. He said, it ain't happening, big dog. How things have changed, and which is good, and I really like that, that these in-state guys are starting to feel the love from the program.
I'm guessing they're feeling the financial impact
as well.
from the program.
I'm not going to sit here and act like Arkansas overnight just started having more money than all these other programs.
That's how you show love in college
and
football.
I think that's just how you show love is, okay, where are we deciding to spend our dollars? We going to hop in the portal and spend it to guys to come here for 1 year, or are we going to spend it on our in-state kids?
When Ryan Silverfield was on with the morning show today, he suggested that they have plenty of resources compete. So we don't know if there was some influx of cash from some boosters. We don't know what's going on up there. So there may have been more to this story than we thought.
Yeah.
So anyway, a couple more calls quick, and then we'll get into some D3 Auto Sales texts and some entertainment. What's up, Kurt?
Hey, man. I just want to say I've been 110% behind Silverfield since the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he was a man. I'm surprised we got him because, of course, everybody was thinking about Ghost. But I'm really happy we did. Thing is, fellas, about Silverfield is, on a personal level, he's got those 2 baby daughters.
Mm-hmm.
He jumped from $2.2 million a year to what, 6.4 or something like that for us.
6.7.
It gives him a chance to get to what?
6.7. I read. Oh, no. Hunter Yurchek loves that 6.7 now.
Okay,
he's committed
to
the bid.
But okay, 3 times what he was making.
Mm-hmm.
It gives him, a legacy for his daughters. Number one, but number two, on a personal level, he's reached. On a professional level, he's reaching for the gold ring, fellas. He's moving up to the SEC. He got a chance to be on the big stage. And just like we heard in his broadcast this morning, I think he's going to give it 110%. Everything he's got, because this is his chance to make the big time. And he is a good coach. And if he has a good NIL deal, I think very much he can succeed. I think the other thing besides NIL is the fact that you got to have control of your locker room. That is a huge task, but I think he proved he could do it when he played us. They were down 18 with 3 minutes left in the half against an SEC team that was just pushing them all over the field, up 28-10, but yet they came back and beat us. His guys didn't let go of the rope. I think that's the second most important thing behind the NIL.
I think you're probably right.
If they can do that, appreciate it.
Thank you. I think part of it is, too, DJ's made this point, too. I think we all understand this. These are all cliche things, but it's true. Getting guys that want to be here. Not guys that are coming just for the check, but they wanted to be Razorbacks. If you can get some of those guys, you don't have to have every single guy that, grew up dreaming to be a Razorback. You'd rather have a 5-star from Florida than a 2-star from Arkansas who always want to be a Hog, probably. But you do want to get some of those guys that are mixed in there from a culture standpoint, I think. And obviously, he's off to a pretty good start. I will also say, one of these days, I really want a coach to come out and say, look, I'm going to be real. I'm going to give you 85%.
Not giving you them all.
I'm not giving you 110. I'm not giving you 100. I'm only making $6 million. I got Lane Kiffin over here making $12 million. Let him give you 110%. 120 for God's sakes. I'm only making $6 million. You can have 85% of what I got. That's it.
That's it.
So please don't say ever again, this guy's going to give 100%. They're all giving 100%. There are varying levels of competence. I think they're all trying hard.
Right.
Now, if you missed it, Mark Stoops just got canned by Kentucky. What happens there? I talked to some
Bobby
Kentucky.
Petrino.
It's so late. It's so late in the cycle. Why'd they do it?
Bobby Petrino, I think, would be a great option.
I agree. They're like, hold my beer. We're going to get in this thing, too. This looks like fun. That's actually not the worst idea I've ever heard. I don't think Kentucky will hire him, but it would be interesting. I actually hung out with a couple of Kentucky fans this weekend. They were just coming back from watching the Louisville beatdown this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Louisville
got beat down in basketball, too.
Trounced them. But they said, and we don't think in these terms, but they do. They're diehards. They said, we want to be a football school. We want to be really good at football. Everybody loves basketball, and it is a basketball blue blood. But everybody in the Southeastern Conference wants to be good at football.
They want to be good at it.
Yes. It's important to them, more so than I would have thought. These fans, at least. Okay. Not everybody, maybe. But I don't think anybody's like, oh, we only care about basketball. We don't give a damn about football. I don't think that's probably true. Maybe not as much as we make it out to be. So, but I think you can do some good things. And even if Bobby Petrino, worst case scenario, goes over there as OC, they could do a lot worse. Where do you think Petrino lands, if you're going to guess, head coaching job or OC?
It's got to be a head coaching job.
Why?
Right? I think he tried the OC route 2 times now.
And he was really good at it.
I just think the way that he changed things instantly when Pittman got out of there, I think that's him saying, I don't like the way things are being ran.
But what if you can't get a Power 4 job or even an FBS job? Do you take an FCS job? I'm sure there are lots of FCS schools that would love to have him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure there are probably some G5 schools that would or G6 schools that would love to have him.
I don't think Power 4 is in the cards.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think so off the top of your head, right? But you don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
It's possible.
Sure.
The only one I can think of is the name we just said, if you wanted to stay in the SEC. Who would they get better than that right now?
Nobody that I can think of. And Michigan State, by the way, is also hiring Pat Fitzgerald, apparently. Yeah. I think that's a good hire. That's a school that's got to be a blue-collar school, and he's a blue-collar guy.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to get Kenneth in quick, and then we're going to get to some D3 auto sales and then some entertainment. What's up, Kenneth?
I was hoping for birthday trivia.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. You know what? That's great. Hang on a second. We'll do that. Christian, what do you want to give away today?
Let me look at the copy points.
While you're doing that, by the way, I wanted to mention that Razorback basketball is back in North Little Rock this Saturday. We were just talking about it. Arkansas plays midweek against Louisville, and then home in North Little Rock. It is a home game. Coach Cal and the boys will be over there taking on Fresno State. Saturday, cheer on the Razorbacks. You can get tickets, I think. They are. At SimmonsBankArena.com. You can still buy some tickets. They went pretty quick as far as the best seats, but you can get in the house and be a part of the action. It's a 3 o'clock tip, too. Perfect time on Saturday. And this just in, if you're a Razorback fan, you don't need to worry about the SEC Championship football game. Tip-off is again at 3 o'clock. Get your seat, SimmonsBankArena.com. Hogs and the Fresno State Bulldogs. DJ.
Yes, sir.
Do you think Matthew Nelson might flip from OU as well?
Ooh. I sure hope so. That's a kid I really like. I don't think he's ready yet as far as going to be a immediate impact. I like his approach. Dude loves football. He has a motor that's better than anyone that I've seen in an extremely long time. He's going to be a leader, but I just think his potential. I cannot wait to see this kid once he puts on 35 pounds. I know that sounds like a lot, but he has the frame to do so. And I'm telling you, he will be one of the better defensive ends in the country once he does that.
Do you think he will flip, yes or no?
Man, I don't know, man. He sounded pretty committed to OU.
You guys are old and it's showing, says this person from the 501. Adult athletes, you refer to them as kids. They are kids. Are committed to the money. Money over loyalty. Duh.
Haven't
I get
we said that like over and over?
Yeah, I don't know
again?
what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Would Kane Archer flip?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you predict that?
That's going to be all on Silverfield if he wants him or not.
You've seen Memphis.
Style of – so they're off – well, if they bring their coordinator and if that's what they
Let's just say they're doing the exact same thing. Does he fit?
Yes, he fits extremely well. Now, they are one of the best teams in the country, stat-wise, with explosive plays. That's how they run their offense.
Mm-hmm.
And so with that is a big-time arm,
Sounds
which
like Arkansas.
is not his thing, all right? But it also requires a big-time decision-maker at QB. And like I said, we potentially already have one there in KJ Jackson, all right?
What if Bobby P goes to Memphis, this person says?
That's not the
do a lot
worst
worse.
idea.
That would be hilarious if they swapped. Yeah. I like the
Trey.
Silverfield hire. We need to back him. Let's see if he can flip Kane. You guys are hanging on Kane Archer like he is the next coming of Jesus. It's hilarious. And look, I think he's a nice player. He's a very good quarterback.
Yeah.
But you guys are acting like he's going to be the I don't know where you're at.
I think the comp's sort of like, and this guy's an NFL quarterback, but Brock Purdy. He's probably not that good.
Take it easy.
I'm just saying, like, he's that style of
Brock
quarterback.
Purdy was a 4-star coming out, too, and he was pretty good all the way through.
I think people think Kane's a sit back in the pocket, dice him up type of guy. He uses his legs.
He's a really good player. There's
A
no
lot.
question.
Mhm.
I like Kane a lot. I just don't. Everybody's acting like
Don't know if he's
he goes,
a program changer.
Yeah, that's my whole thing. Like, you're not going to become a top 20 team just because he's there.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure he'd
That's
be.
fair.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? I'm not sure how athletic he was, but when Kellen Moore
Tom
was
Brady?
at Boise, wasn't a big arm.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't move a whole lot, though.
Yeah, knew the offense and made the right decision a lot.
He was a heck of a college quarterback.
Mm-hmm. It's awesome.
Kane Archer is what you all are saying. He passed 10,000 yards passing this week. Okay, good. He's a very good passer in high school. Silver fraud, this guy says. Well, I don't know why he's saying that. Let's give him some time. In-state Greenbrier kid, DMAC Award winner, DJ. What about Enoch?
Love him. He reminds me of Dennis Johnson.
Does he have a year left, or is he gone?
No, he's right now.
He's done, right?
He's done. He had a visit at App State. We know UCA would love to probably acquire his talents. But, no, he reminds me of a Dennis Johnson. He doesn't have that top-end speed like Dennis, but the acceleration through the hole, he's special.
From Missouri, where's the guy that said Memphis had more resources than the Hogs?
That's what I want to know.
Where are you?
Who was that?
Remember that guy that called in? Are you kidding me?
Was it Derek?
Can't remember his name.
I think that was his name.
Yeah,
I think you're
call
right.
back, Derek.
Get Archer signed. Boy, you guys are all about Kane Archer. He better sign Kane Archer. There's going to be a lot of mad fans. It's like, boy, you're not even trying.
That's probably winning. That's probably how he wins over the fans.
I'll say this. If he's good enough to play at Utah, he's good enough to play here.
Yeah.
I agree.
Can y'all confirm reports that Ryan Silverfield is in a slow-moving white Bronco full of cash driving around the state? You know what? I can't confirm that he isn't. Hopefully Louisiana taxpayers get a national championship with Lane, because if they have to fire him with that $91 million, they're going to be sad or mad or upset or broke. I will say this. I can't wait to see what spectacular way that Lane Kiffin leaves Baton Rouge. It's going to happen. Mark it down. What's today? December 1st, 2025. It may be 2028. It may be 2037. It may be tomorrow. But he is going to leave there in spectacular fashion, and I can't wait.
What's the over-under in his time at Baton Rouge? 6.5 or higher?
I don't think he leaves there for another college job.
I don't either.
Unless he wants to take another crack at the NFL. That's the only reason I think he'd leave. I'm trying to think if there is a college job that could open up that would entice him to leave LSU. This person wants to play semantics about 18 to 22-year-old people being called young men rather than kids.
Oh, what?
Kids and young men is more interchangeable than young men and men to me.
I agree.
So you know what we're saying. I mean, we're splitting hairs. If you want to call them men, fine. You want to call them young men, great. I mean, I have a 19-year-old and I have a 25-year-old, and they're still kids to me.
There are some men playing college football still.
There ain't no doubt. But there's also a lot of 19-year-olds who can barely wipe their own butt.
Kids.
Okay, so let's not get it twisted. DJ, are these flips the guys you interviewed? No, DJ couldn't get those guys to flip.
Who was the guy from Bryant that said, there's no shot or something like that? Who was that?
The what?
The Bryant kid that laughed you off.
Yeah, who was
about
that?
Flipping. But that was under the current regime.
It was Matthew Nelson, and it wasn't so much laughing at him. He was more on his big thing was relationships, and he kind of hinted at there was just a lack of an effort to try to build a relationship from the University of Arkansas, which is fine. But no, when I talked to Danny Bill, you could tell he was hurt that the coaches left at Oklahoma State, but was looking for something good. Now, he did go to the Mississippi State game, and he was there for an official visit, so I'm assuming that went well.
This guy says Plain Kiffin will be gone in 2 to 3 years, mark my words.
I tell you where he needs to go is to be in the living room of Evan Goodwin over there at Bauxite. He won the Offensive Lineman of the Year award. Mm-hmm. He sounds pretty solid to SMU, but I would really like it if he was a Razorback.
I bet Kiffin would leave for Alabama. I don't know, man.
Maybe.
Still?
I don't know. What is the best job in college football? Is it Alabama or is it Ohio State?
Ooh. It's Ohio State right now.
I think it's Ohio State.
By the way, these people that hang their hat on the defensive thing, the top 2 coaches in America right now, as far as the top 2 rankings, are offensive guys. Kiffin's an offensive guy. Clearly, people are backing up.
Now. Yeah.
People are backing up. But again, you have your Lanning, great coach, good program, playoff team. Did you know that? How many? Let me ask you guys a question. Not you sit this out. I'm going to ask you.
Yeah.
How many losses did Michigan have going into the Ohio State game this weekend?
I don't know.
Guess.
5.
2.
Oh.
If Michigan beat Ohio State, they were going to be
playoff team.
And we haven't talked about Michigan
at all
year.
Been under the radar.
Well, their quarterback is a little bit, as far as he's still young, but his passing is underwhelming.
Why is that?
I don't know. It's funny.
I thought they just weren't good this year.
I thought they were pretty good, but not great.
Usually we have Pigskin.
I know, but
singing their praises.
We haven't seen him enough. We've been busy.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen. I guess I've only seen a couple of games of them, and I thought they lost 3 or 4, but now they lost 3. So Ohio State's really good, but I'm not going to be shocked if Indiana beats them. Ohio State's played a lot of also-rans. And by the way, I'm going to make an argument real quick here. I really don't have time to do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Vanderbilt's getting screwed because their name's Vanderbilt.
Man,
people cannot wrap their minds around the fact that Vanderbilt's a really good football team. And it's been a slow grind, slow process, a building process to this point. You cannot sell me on the fact that Oklahoma and Notre Dame are better than Vanderbilt. You certainly can't sell me on the fact that Notre Dame is more deserving than Vanderbilt. Look at their garbage schedule. No offense, Arkansas. Look at their schedule. They've played 3 legitimate teams. Look at who Vanderbilt's played and beaten. Vanderbilt is getting completely screwed because people cannot get past the fact their name is Vanderbilt.
And they played Bama well this year as well.
Yeah.
Ended up losing.
Vanderbilt deserves to be a playoff team with their 2 losses.
I agree.
They're not going to be. But they should be ahead of Oklahoma without any doubt in my mind. They are a way more dangerous team than Oklahoma.
Are they still letting in that G5 team?
They may let 2 G5 teams
in.
They have to.
You know this, right? It's the top 4 conference champions. You're going to get Big Ten. You're going to get – it's top 5 conference champions. Big Ten, Big 12, SEC. American Conference, and maybe ACC. But Duke is 7-5. If Duke beats Virginia in the championship game, the ACC may not have a representative in the playoff.
So you're saying a 8-5 team would be in?
No.
What happened to Miami this weekend?
If Duke went, they wouldn't let Duke in?
No, because they would not be a conference champion ranked ahead of one of the other G5 conferences.
Wow.
Oh, Coastal Carolina is the one I'm thinking. Not Coastal. I'm sorry. Coastal's fired their coach. He went 6-6. James Madison is the other one I'm thinking of. They're out of the Sun Belt. So you'd have a Sun Belt and an American Conference champion in ahead of a 7 or an 8. I guess it'd be 8-5 ACC team. Now, here's the good news. If you're an ACC, if you're the commissioner or a fan of, Virginia just beat the hell out of Duke a couple weeks ago. Like doubled them up in yardage, dominated on the scoreboard, not even competitive.
Yeah.
Virginia's been the best team for a while here. But here's what's crazy. They had a five-way tie for second, 6-2. 5 teams are 6-2 in that league, and Duke won the tiebreaker.
Okay.
It's wild. But they're 7-5 overall, DJ.
Dang. By the way, James Madison's head coach, Bob Chesney, is going to UCLA.
2 playoff teams without a head coach. Let's go. Maybe it'll won't work out that way. We'll see. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because these guys are hanging on, and we're going to do birthdays anyway, let's get them to birthdays, and then we'll hit a break. We'll come back, and I guess I can squeeze in a quick entertainment report. But then we've got Game Balls and Jockstraps, too, we got to do. So let's do birthdays for...
Need to Breathe concert tickets. That is a Christian rock band that is playing at Robinson on the 4th, which is Thursday.
Let's
So
go.
if you want to go see Need to Breathe,
we are going to have tickets to the Razorback basketball game, at least a couple pairs. We need to follow up on that. Remind me of that after the show. I don't want to forget. All right, birthdays quick.
Birthday trivia in the zone is brought to you by Brewski's Pub and Grub. Your home for lunch, happy hour, and late night. With locations in Little Rock and North Little Rock. Come get your grub on.
Is there any shocker that an animated film won the Thanksgiving holiday box office? No, but I'll tell you about that in a minute.
It's shocking how much it made.
It is shocking how much
ridiculous.
it made. I guess people got to do something who don't like sports. Razorback fans have to find something to do. All right, DJ.
Yes, sir.
You're with Kenneth. Bob, you're with Christian. All right, here we go. On this day, Hugh Hefner published the first edition of Playboy. Would you guys like to guess? A, for a point, what year? B, who was the centerfold? You'll know her. It was a woman. What year, DJ?
This was 75.
67.
53, and it was Christian. Who was the centerfold model?
It's a great question. I don't know.
Marilyn?
Marilyn is correct. Marilyn Monroe.
Good.
Very good. On this day in 1955, Rosa Parks is arrested for refusing to move to the back of the bus. Good for you, Rosa. Not away. On this day, John Lennon and Yoko Ono released Happy Xmas. War is over. Merry Christmas, Yoko. It's not a terrible song. By Christmas standards? You don't like it?
Not crazy about it.
I don't love it. What year, Christian?
Let's see. That was 77.
Was he alive in 77?
That's a good question.
DJ?
I thought it was the 80s when he died.
I don't remember. That sounds right.
84.
81.
You got me.
He did. And on this day in 1984, let me play the theme song.
Oh, yes. Beverly Hills Cop.
Beverly Hills Cop was released. Did I say what year?
84.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, you did.
That's a good one. All right, here we go. Birthdays. This woman's an actress. She was not in
Sydney Sweeney.
Beverly Hills Cop. She was in X-Men First Class.
Jennifer
Jessica
Lawrence.
Chastain.
Big Little Lies on television.
Oh,
Reese
Zoe
Witherspoon.
Kravitz?
Zoe Kravitz is right. How old is Zoe Kravitz, DJ?
She is...
They knew new birthday music. I really like this song.
39.
Harold Faltermeyer, no.
40.
37. This woman's a singer and actress. Still alive at this hour. Ruthless People. Hocus Pocus. Down and Out in Beverly Hills.
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler is right. How old is she?
Who is that? Which one is that?
Bette Midler, redhead.
She's like the main one in Hocus Pocus.
I thought that was that girl from the View.
No,
Joy
that's not Joy
Behar.
Behar.
They do look a little bit alike.
Okay.
They're both redheads. And they're both funny in their own way.
Yeah.
Yeah. How's Bette? Christian.
Bet is 74.
DJ.
78.
80. This woman's a comedian also. She will not be confused with either one of the two
Amy
women you just
Schumer.
mentioned.
Amy Schumer.
Schumer? No.
Kristen
She
Wiig.
used to date
Nikki Glaser.
Jesse Handler.
Jimmy.
Oh, Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman. What's his name? Jimmy, not Fallon.
Kimmel.
How old's Sarah Silverman? She may or may not have hooked up with Matt Damon.
She's
too.
aggressive, like in a fun way.
She's aggressive.
She 43.
51.
55.
Wow.
This guy is a 16-time Academy Award nominee.
Martin
For
Scorsese.
Best Original Screenplay.
Paul Schrader.
Steven Spielberg.
He's won 4 Academy Awards, 10 BAFTAs, and he's married one
Christopher
adopted
Nolan.
daughter of his ex
Woody Allen.
partner. How old is Woody Allen today? How gross is Woody Allen today?
He's pretty gross. But he is 84 today.
DJ.
89.
He's 90. Good call.
Oh, big fan.
This Hall of Fame golfer, he's in the World Hall of Fame since 1981. One of only 4 players to twice win the U.S.
Jack
Open.
Nicholson.
Arnold Palmer.
The Open Championship and the PGA Championship. He
Jack
won the U.S.
Nicholson.
Open, the Open, and the PGA twice. He never won the Masters.
Ooh.
Called the Merry Mex.
No, I should know this.
You should. I'm talking, of course, about the great Lee
Steve
Trevino. Lee Trevino. Close enough. Not really. He's 86. This guy is one of 2 Canadian-born baseball Hall of Famers. Pretty recently inducted into the Hall of Fame. Play it again, Harold.
Craig Biggio.
No. The other one, interestingly enough, is Fergie Jenkins. Fergie Jenkins.
Any
This
hints?
guy is from... He played right field. He was the National League batting champion in 98, 99, 2001. 5-time All-Star, 7-time Gold Glover. Montreal Expos and Colorado Rockies. I'm talking, of course, about the native of Maple Ridge, British Columbia. That's right. Don't run.
Kenny Lofton.
Larry Walker, of course. Larry Walker, happy birthday to you today. Also, shout out to my boy Chris Givens, who's a big baseball fan. If you see Chris today, when he's not doing lawyer stuff, swat him on the back and say, happy birthday. I heard it was your birthday on the Buzz today. He'll be so thrilled. DJ, dominating performance today. Very
Thank
impressive.
you.
Very impressive. Good work. Kenneth, enjoy your Need to Breathe tickets. And if you listen all week, guys, don't worry. You're going to have a chance to win some Razorback Hoops tickets.
Today's entertainment report is brought to you by Bell & Sword Gentlemen's Clothing in Conway. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram or stop by Bell & Sword's new and larger location at 1011 Oak Street.
Oh, yes. Got to love it. I got to go. Eric, I'm coming to see you soon because I saw a nice pullover that Coach Schulman had on the other day. I was like, where'd you get that?
You
Bell
need
&
it.
Sword.
Oh.
Got to have it. Your entertainment report consists of this. Zootopia 2 dominated the Thanksgiving box office with $156 million domestically.
Wow.
$400 million internationally.
China loves it.
China. $556 international.
It's ridiculous.
First weekend, $556 million. I bet when they saw that, they're like, we should have made this movie a long time ago.
Yeah.
We should have made it before the first one.
Zootopia 3 is going to
come out with
in
3.
like 2 years.
2 years, be coming out in 2 minutes. What are you people crazy? Wicked made $62.8 million in the second weekend. They ain't too shabby. I still haven't seen it. Probably won't.
Have you seen the first one?
No, sir. Sure haven't. Sure haven't. Don't intend to.
You should probably watch that one if you're going to watch the second one.
I heard if you saw the second one, you wouldn't be lost. I don't know if I'm going to see either one of them. When are they going to be out on streaming? When they're on Netflix, I'll probably watch them. One of them's
got to be
probably.
somewhere.
Yeah, I would think
I
so.
don't.
Probably right. I can't believe I'm talking about this, guys, but Oaklawn, it's December. Racing is coming back in a couple of weekends. Can you believe it? It is almost upon us. It's almost time to scream down the stretch they come. Again, DJ, I'm so ready. Oaklawn.com for general information, but the general information for you is we are a week and a half or so away from the start of the racing season. It is crazy stuff. Hard to believe. They call it the holiday season. It's the holiday season down at Oaklawn. December 12th to January 4th. Then they're going to take a little break until the 30th of January all the way through May 2nd. But you can enjoy the casino right now. Over 1,500 slots and live table games from blackjack, roulette, craps, much more. Oaklawn.com, book your room. Especially if you're trying to go down for a big race weekend, snatch it up now, folks, because they won't be there forever. Great dining options, lots of fun to be had. And oh my goodness, this is my favorite sports betting weekend of the year. I absolutely love Conference Championship weekend. You got basketball games, including Arkansas playing Fresno State, NFL games across the board. So many good things happen in Oaklawn sports as well. We're going to take a timeout. It's 12:34, but go visit our friends down in Hot Springs. We'll do some game balls and jock shops coming up. And if you want to weigh in on the coaching hire, yes, it is Ryan Silverfield. Ryan Silverfield. Coach RS. I wonder what his middle name is. Anyway, we're back in a sec.
Listen for Champs and Chumps on Fridays during The Zone. Brought to you by Washita Bar and Grill on Central Avenue in Hot Springs and BKC Home Builders, building premier homes in Hot Springs.
This is Sports Center.
Only two Arkansas Division I teams were in action over the weekend. It was the Arkansas Razorbacks, who fell to 2-10 overall and 0-8 in the SEC after a 31-17 loss against the Missouri Tigers. The Hogs hung tough, but Missouri overall rushed for 322 yards on the day, while Arkansas racked up 16 penalties for 121 yards. There was some good news, though. Arkansas State will be going bowling in 2025. In a battle of 5 win teams, the Red Wolves outlast App State in Boone, North Carolina by a score of 30-29. Jalen Rayner racked up 363 yards passing. He also threw for 3 scores as well, and App State missed a field goal at the horn. So the Red Wolves finished the regular season at 6-6 overall and 5-3 in Sun Belt play. I'm Josh Neighbors for the Buzz Radio Network.
Tickets are on sale now for the Terry Bradshaw 1037 The Buzz Day Trip to Branson, December 19th, presented by UAMS Health Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. It's a great opportunity to see Terry's last show of the year in Branson and hang out with the Buzz guys. To book your seat on the bus or get more info, go to littlerocktours.com.
Arkansas round ballers Big Joe Klein and Pat Bradley pontificate on Bet Saracen.
People ask me, what do basketball players know about football? What say you, Joe?
I explained that anyone can run up and down a grass field with a screwy-shaped ball, but it takes finesse to strategically launch a basketball from long distances at an 18-inch diameter steel hoop.
Dang, Joe, you sure are smart.
Gambling problem? Call 800-GAMBLER.
Stop and shop at our Conway and Little Rock showrooms. That's Hawks Homes, has been serving Central Arkansas since 1986. Is Arkansas's #1 sales dealer. Volume purchasing power enables us to offer our customers the best prices on the highest quality homes. See the world's largest double-wide and single-wide homes, triple-wide homes, and even a quad. You dream it, and we'll build it for you. We're the only manufacturer and modular dealer that can build your custom home from your plans. Check them out online at hawkshomes.net.
Bell & Schwartz Gentleman's Store has stores within a store. The Martin Dingman Lodge leather goods, accessories perfect for Christmas bags, wallets, gloves, socks, and cigar cases. Name brands Gentile, Cricket Razorback gear, Peter Millar apparel, and Fiore athleisure wear. Bell & Schwartz quality men's clothing, the only store with a tailor on staff for your custom needs. Bell & Schwartz, 1011 Oak Street in Conway, on Facebook and Instagram.
Football fans, get to Brewski's Pub and Grub, downtown Little Rock and North Little Rock. Brewski's is your ultimate game day headquarters. The Brewskitron is bigger than life, TVs cover every single wall, and the game sound is always on. Plus, happy hour till 7 Monday through Friday with drink specials every single day. Fuel up with Brewski's famous smash burgers, wings and 11 sauces, sandwiches, and more. Catch every single NFL game on Sunday at Brewski's. Brewski's Pub and Grub, your home for football all season long.
Tom McCarthy here from Westwood One. Join me and Devin McCourty this week for Monday Night Football when the Patriots battle the New York Giants. Last week, the Giants came up short in an overtime shot at upsetting the Lions. Now they play spoiler again, taking on the hottest team in the league, the 10-2 Pats, who are looking for a 10th straight win. Don't miss it on Monday Night Football.
Right here on 1037 The Buzz.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRANGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey, I'm Mike Slater. My dad passed away at the age of 63. It's out of nowhere. Had a stroke. Super hard, obviously, for the whole family, but my dad had life insurance. This is why I have life insurance for my family, for my wife and 4 kids. And the best place to get life insurance is ethos.com, because you can do it in 10 minutes. And there's no medical exam and no blood test, just a few health questions. Get life insurance in 10 minutes so your family is protected. Ethos, E-T-H-O-S, ethos.com/play.
You're listening to The Zone with Justin Acri and DJ Williams. You like what you hear? Well, check out our video stream on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch.
Spend some time. You still look like an angel.
All right, it's not too late to go ahead or early, that is, to start that Christmas shopping. Now's the perfect time. Head on over to Jones & Son, 11121 Rodney Parham Road. Over 30 years in the same location. Take care of repeat customers because they treat people the right way. Now, what do they got over there, DJ? They got all the top brands in the business. Yes, Michael M. Vahan. They got that jewelry that when people see, they're like, ooh, that's nice. Where'd you get that from? It's at Jones & Son. The cool thing about it, too, with fine jewelry, sometimes you got to pay a little. You might as well pay the best price. And they got a best price match guarantee over there at Jones & Son, so you won't find a better deal than over there. Now, also, if you want something unique, they got that couture collection only to be found at Jones & Son. And when it comes to the diamonds, best quality rock, fraction of the price. And I'm not saying that because we're not going to take down that quality of rock. They're a direct diamond importer, which means they set their own prices. They don't have to keep up with any competition. They're only worried about you. And they got great financing options as well. Go visit my friends at Jones & Son, 11121 Rodney Parham Road.
Mm-hmm. I was writing my list down instead of getting to the open page.
It's okay.
Is it? Christian's furious.
I'll never let you forget this.
Game balls and jock straps are brought to you by A Caddy's Touch Landscape. Josh Dickinson is a former PGA caddy, so he knows what good grass looks like. If you'd like to take your yard to the next level, then hit up Josh and his crew at A Caddy's Touch Landscape. 501-794-2770. Call today.
Well, I'm going to give a game ball to Texas. A lot of people wrote them off about their chances of beating A&M. I've been saying all year, I just don't see with A&M. They're just good at everything, but I don't think they're that great. And I'm not saying that them losing 27-17 to Texas proves anything at all. And it's not really a knock on A&M. That's a hard place to go win against the team that's playing much better the last few weeks. But I'm just not sold on A&M. I'm sorry, I'm not. I don't think they're winning the national title. I don't think they'll win more than a game in the playoff. But that's me. I could be wrong.
They are not sexy at all.
No. But solid's good. Lane Kiffin's the opposite of that. He's sexy but not solid at all. He's a lunatic. Anyway, so we'll see what happens. I could be wrong. I'm going to give a jockstrap to the fact that they're not going to put Vanderbilt in the playoff, but they deserve to be in over a couple teams that have better name recognition because it's a joke to me, especially Notre Dame. Notre Dame has absolutely zero claim to the playoff over Vanderbilt with the schedules they played. It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm going to give a game ball and a jockstrap to myself and, in conjunction, a football team. The other day I sat here and I railed against how terrible Ivy League football is. Mm-hmm. I literally believe that Bryant could finish in the middle of the pack, or Bentonville, or Cabot, or not Cabot, but Conway, no offense, Cabot, in the middle of the Ivy League. I almost seriously believe that. I'm probably crazy, but I really do. So, guess what? They started the playoffs this last week, and guess what happened, DJ, Christian? Yes. Would you like to know?
What happened?
Harvard got in as an at-large. They're 9-1. They played Villanova. Final score, Villanova 52, Harvard 7. I would rest my case, and I was almost exactly right. But there was a little problem, a little snag.
What happened?
Because Yale got in as the conference champion after they beat Harvard in their championship game. And they played at Youngstown State. And they were down, I want to say, 37-7 or something like that at the half to Youngstown State on the road. Final score, Yale 43, Youngstown State 42. Let me give the Bulldogs a big attaboy. That's a great comeback. They were getting absolutely destroyed on the road. And they found a way to come back and beat a Youngstown State team that's now 8-5. So they ain't exactly great. I wouldn't exactly call that vintage Youngstown State football, but nevertheless. Guys, I must be on something, or I must have gotten some bad information, because I woke up this morning and the Chicago Bears, the number 1 seed in the NFC. Yeah, you heard it here first.
This is an odd NFL year where I'm not really convinced that any of the teams are great.
You are probably onto something. However, as the winners of 5 games in a row, the longest winning streak in the NFC, the Chicago Bears have taken over the number 1 spot after the Rams lost at Carolina yesterday, despite Carolina being a double-digit dog. So the Chicago Bears at 9-3 are now your number 1 seed as of today in the NFC. Now, it may not be that way. They got the Packers this week, and they've got the Packers twice in 3 weeks. But kudos to the Bears for putting themselves in position. Now, the teams behind them are all people you expect to be there. On the flip side, how about the Denver Broncos are currently the AFC top seed after pulling one out over the Washington Commanders? Sorry, Christian, to bring it up. But the Patriots are second, and the Jacksonville Jaguars are third. Those are your top 3 teams. No Baltimore, no Chargers, no Buffalo Bills, no Kansas City Chiefs. No, it's Broncos, Patriots, Jags.
Wow.
Those are your top 3 seeds today in the AFC. Oh, and Indianapolis is a playoff team today, too. So kind of a wild year so far in the NFL. And, Christian, I'm not going to steal your game ball, but I know you got one for a guy who played in that game, and I know you're happy because your team lost, because that's good for the draft pick. But my goodness, what a catch. What a catch.
Yeah, I didn't have it, but I'll give it to him. Game ball to Traylon Burks. He has 1 catch on the season, and it was an amazing catch.
Mariota to the back. Oh, he caught it! Burks! Unbelievable touchdown!
Thank you, Mike Tirico. Good call.
I think he has 1 catch on the season.
Well, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Great one.
I got one last thing here. Game ball to Central Arkansas and Arkansas State. Their volleyball programs are headed to the NCAA tournament. National championship will be crowned. The national champion will be crowned, rather, in Kansas City on December 21st. But Central Arkansas not having to go far. Bears fans, Sugar Bears fans, I guess. I expect you to get in your cars and travel west. They are playing at SMU coming up this week. I need to find out the exact date, but their coach is coming on with us tomorrow, I believe, John Newberry. And Arkansas State draws Baylor. So neither one of them have to drive too terribly far. Pretty good regional matchups for them.
Forgive me for not being as tapped into Washington football this year. He has 5 catches on the year.
Whoa!
Game ball. I'm going to give one to Ahmad Hardy, Missouri's running back. That dude is really good. He is. And he'll probably be a top prospect at running back next year. Also, got to tip the cap to Cam Boozer. He's definitely one of the top players in the country, and he's difficult to deal with. Game ball to Michigan basketball team. They dominated the Players Era tournament last week. They beat San Diego State by 40, Auburn by 30, and Gonzaga by 40.
Is this the tournament they played in Las Vegas?
Yes.
I know another little team that went 3-0 down there.
Yeah, somehow didn't end up in the championship game either.
Because they didn't win by enough points. That's how they do it down there.
Yeah, Michigan won by a ton in every game.
Good for them.
They're very good, and they have the best big man rotation in the country, I'd say. But their guards are very questionable.
Okay.
Jockstrap, I'm sure we could all give it to him, except for maybe DJ. I'm going to give it to Lane Kiffin. We all know why. You just can't do it. Can't leave a playoff team. Well, you shouldn't. You can. You should.
Yes.
You don't have to.
He still tried to coach.
No.
Yeah, you know what?
No, as an AD, you can't let him do it.
That makes as much sense as me going over there and telling their AD that I want to do it.
Yeah.
I'd like to coach them.
Yeah.
It's like, sorry, you're not qualified.
So I'm making sure I'm hearing y'all right. Y'all prefer him to lie to the entire fan base, the team, and the
lie
AD.
to me.
Yes.
So you can just go ahead and knock out the coach and then burn him on the backside.
Right.
Yes.
What's worse, lying to them and coaching the team in the playoff with a full focus, or saying, hey, I'm taking the LSU job right now, but I also want to coach in the playoff? I would rather him just coach into the playoff and then lie.
Do we know for sure that LSU would have given him that time?
We don't.
No, but LSU has everything to gain by waiting.
Could LSU have said, we need this decision?
You can write the agreement up and say, I'm going to tell them I'm not coming anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Well,
what's wrong? There's no honor among thieves.
Maybe they're like, we need this now to hit the recruiting trail, blah, 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 blah.
I don't need a recruiting trail. I'm Lane effing Kiffin. I got this handled.
Okay,
Don't worry about it.
If they did give him a deadline to decide if he's going to be there or not, then you still don't give him
You
understand.
can't not coach in the playoff. And you knew if you took another job against a rival, not a different league, a rival, not a power, not a G5 guy going
Wait,
to
who's a rival? Does LSU treat? Does Ole Miss treat LSU the same way we treat Texas?
Yeah, but it's a
Does
little more.
LSU care about Ole Miss?
Yes,
the way that Ole Miss cares about LSU.
That's a way back competitive old school matchup. Yes,
But LSU doesn't care about Ole Miss nearly as much.
Who do they care about?
Alabama.
Yeah, Bama.
Trust me, Ole Miss is high on their list of rivals.
Really?
That's an old school rivalry.
Okay.
I don't know if they don't have like a trophy game or anything, but I think I think Ole Miss would rather beat LSU than Mississippi State. But I may be crazy. They just beat Mississippi State so regularly. It's probably not as big a deal.
Game ball, high school football last weekend. Insane. I know we're up against it. Are we?
Yes.
Okay, so game ball, high school football.
No specifics?
The Bryant game was insane. 2 minutes left. Bryant was down 21-35. I went into Walmart because I said, wow, they got Bryant. Good for Rogers. Came back out of Walmart. They're in overtime. With 2 minutes left to go in the fourth quarter, Bryant had 21 points. At the end of the game, they had 50.
That's great.
And they ended up winning. Now they're going to be playing Bentonville, which was another crazy game. It was good football all across the board.
Bentonville beat Conway?
They beat Conway. One-score game.
What a weekend.
Good weekend.
Championship games all over the buzz this weekend. Don't
right.
miss them. All right, we got to hit a break. Preston will get you out of the break. You? Good. Me? Great. UAMS, my friends, standing by. Did you get hurt this weekend? Did you trip over the wishbone in your kitchen? Happens. It happens. Our friends at UAMS are here to help you. Now, if you put on 22 pounds over the holiday, they can't help you. Now, if you are hurt and you're putting weight on because you're hurt, well, guess what? They can fix you up then, get you back up and running. Move yourself around, folks. 8 to 8, Monday through Friday, Saturday 8 until noon, and conveniently located at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. That's 801 Cottage Drive to you and me. It's UAMS. Say it with me. UAMS. Sports injuries, joint pain, sprained ankle, back pain, any kind of orthopedic problem. You get fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. You get the best possible care when you need it the most. Go see our friends at Ortho Now from UAMS. Call ahead if you need to, 501-686-TOSH.
Is your yard ready for whatever Mother Nature throws your way? At Acadi's Touch Landscaping, we make sure it is. Whether it's weatherizing your flower beds for the seasons ahead, building strong retaining walls to prevent erosion, or installing French drains to keep water where it belongs, we've got you covered. And when it's time to elevate your outdoor space, we build custom decks perfect for relaxing or entertaining. Call 501-794-2770 to transform your yard into a space you love, rain or shine. Acadi's Touch Landscaping, 501-794-2770, where we bring the green to your life.
Make your yard the envy of the neighborhood with top quality equipment from Cabot Outdoors. Right now, purchase a Hustler Fast Track Series mower and receive a free pressure washer. An unbeatable bonus of up to $799. But hurry to get an extra $500 off. Supplies are limited. The Hustler Fast Track delivers precision, comfort, and durability for homeowners who demand more. Stop by Cabot Outdoors, 901 South Pine Street in Cabot, or take a look on Facebook.
Running a business means wearing multiple hats. So if you're like me, you probably started out using your personal phone, taking client calls and texts nonstop. As my business grew, I needed something smarter. That's when I switched to Quo, the #1 business phone system. Quo works right on your phone or computer. No carrying 2 phones, no clunky landline, just one easy app you can try for free. Your team can share one number and handle calls and texts together like a shared inbox. Any teammate can jump into the conversation so customers get faster responses. And Quo's AI assistant summarizes your calls and responds to customers 24/7, so you never miss a lead or opportunity. All this starts at just $15 a month. That's basically 2 coffees. You can even keep your current business phone number. Find out why 90,000 businesses trust Quo. No missed calls, no missed customers. Try Quo for free at quo.com/sports. That's quo.com/sports to try Quo free. QUO.com/SPORTS.
We all know how busy our lives can be these days and how important our time and convenience is as well. And Edwards Food Giant knows that too. So that's why they're inviting you to take advantage of their Heat and Eat meal solution items in their deli department. Delicious Edwards Food Giant signature dishes, along with a wide choice of entrees and sides, all ready for you to pick up and take home to serve your family tonight. The Heat and Eat meal solutions now at your favorite Central Arkansas Edwards Food Giant deli. This week's special is chicken pot pie for only $7.49 per pound, with twice baked potatoes for $4.99 per pound. Hey, it's David Basil from my good friends at Bath Fitter. I've been working with Bath Fitter for over a decade now. They're a family-owned business that's been around for over 40 years. They are the pioneers of the acrylic bath industry. Bath Fitter offers a one-of-a-kind remodeling process that's easy and stress-free. They offer a wide selection of beautiful and functional showers, and with their seamless one-piece walls and hundreds of design options, you can refresh your shower space in no time. They can even convert your existing bath into a shower. Check them out online at bathfitterlittlerock.com and tell them Basil sent you.
Welcome back to The Zone. You want to get into the show? Text us on our text line at 501-661-1037 or message us on our live fan feedback.
So many people are fired up about this. The staff we're going to put together, I think, listen, the Arkansas fans are going to be so fired up about who they are, the product we're going to put on the field with this staff. People are going to be fired up. Arkansas fans are going to be fired up about the guys that are going to be the future of this program. This one came calling and so fired up, and 1,000% of my focus is going to be here. And this entire state is our state. We are fired up to be here.
Copyright infringement lawsuit coming soon from Westmore.
That is wrong.
Against
That's my phrase.
Ryan Silverfield. Wes, welcome. We got a lot to get to today with you and Out of Bounds, but quickly we got to knock out a What's on Tap with Mr. Weaver, and let's do that, and then we'll find out what you guys have to break down today. I did also this morning. I reached out to Fletch, and I was like, I hope Wes doesn't reach out to him too, and I'm stealing his thunder because he's always a good visit. We got to get him on more often. He's a trip. Christian, help me. Where? Yeah, I know what it's called. What page?
Sport Cuts?
Maybe. We gotta get it on segment opens too.
What's on Tap? Highlighting the biggest sporting events each day is brought to you by Flyway Brewing, with locations in Argenta, Memphis, and Fayetteville. For more info, go to flywaybrewing.com. Fresh beer starts there. Follow the migration.
It'll be a brief What's on Tap. There's not much going on tonight. Nothing in college basketball, really. Tonight, you can listen to Live with Coach Cal at 7 o'clock on 103.7 The Buzz. You can watch Monday Night Football with the New York Giants and New England. If you're interested in such things, you can listen to it on The Buzz at 9 o'clock. Join in progress following Ray Tucker Outdoors at 8 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That is What's on Tap.
I love it. All right, Mr. Moore.
What's up?
How are you?
Man, I'm good. I'm fired up.
There you go. There it is. Where were you at on? We question of the day was, what grade do you give this hire?
See,
that's right.
I gave it an average. I didn't, I saw the fans. I did a show last night, and they hate the hire, and they said it was a failure, an F, and they could have done worse, in my opinion. Could they have done better? Yes, and I think they tried to do better, and they struck out. And there's a problem up on the hill, and they got to fix the problem so that they aren't looked down upon. And this is a bad job, in the opinion of some coaches out there.
You say definitively Golish would have been a better hire?
No.
Okay.
Not definitively.
Okay.
But I did like Golish better than Silverfield, and I said that on the air. He was in my pecking order, but I'm not an expert. Hell, I don't know.
Well, none of us will know for a few years.
No. Golish may fall on his face. I had, y'all know Ryan Fowler down in Tuscaloosa, and he wouldn't mind me saying this. He talked to some retired coaches in the state of Alabama. They think Arkansas got the better hire in Silverfield than Golish.
Okay. What are you guys doing today?
Coming up, we got Clint Sterner at 1:30, Joe Klein at 2:10. We've got Kyle Sutherland at 2:30 to talk about all the flips and the I feel safe to say the more flips that are about to come.
Yep, he's off to a good start.
I'm Dr. Lowry Barnes. When it comes to orthopedic care, there's no place like the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health. We built this hospital just for you, with state-of-the-art surgical suites, advanced technology, and the state's largest group of fellowship-trained orthopedic surgeons. It's the best place in Arkansas to get you moving again. And if you need urgent orthopedic care, UAMS Ortho Now is right here for you. at the Orthopedic and Spine Hospital at UAMS Health, where motion lives and service leads.
Looking for your next ride? Come on down to Hubbard Power Sports, your local, family-owned Can-Am and Sea-Doo dealer. We've got the latest and greatest Can-Am ATVs, side-by-sides, and spiders to power your weekend fun. And right now, get up to $3,500 off in rebates, plus in-store discounts, or financing as low as 0.99% on select models. Whether you're hitting the trails, working the land, or cruising in style, we've got what you never